motherfucker, man.
Oh, dog. Hilarious.
I haven't played Warzone.
Oh, shit.
I just fix it up a little bit so we do introductions. You feel me?
Oh, no. What's going on, y'all? Let's see. People should be straight. Please don't move. Cool.
That's what OG Mud Bone is saying. Anyway.
You said this is OG?
That's what OG Mud Bone is saying. You don't know what that is. Yeah, good. You know?
You can just Google. I'm just gonna let you
Just
figure it
Google
out.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What's up,
Welcome to
man?
episode 4. You know, you already know who it is. Your boy Scripture. You feel me? You know,
Your
we
boy
back.
Champ. What's going on, Chief?
Your boy Ant, what's poppin'?
And we are back,
back
at it.
again.
You know, feel me, on a Monday, not planned, but yeah, you know, we just thought we'd come up to y'all because, you know.
Down a few dollars on this wonderful Monday.
Yeah.
Good bets though. Money good.
You feel me? But hey,
those two niggas.
hey, for the history though, that's my first bet ever. Well, actually my second bet. And I'm glad to say that I actually bet on Brady and won. But you know,
Now for me, like even my dad told me like, bro, you addicted to gambling. I was like, hey, I just might be.
money's good, man.
But that's the thing though, I only bet on like shit that is like, you know what, like okay, I'm gonna fuck
It's
around.
reasonable.
Yeah, I don't bet on like every game, but it's like when it's Super Bowls, boxing matches.
Cause them shits happen like once a year, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a worst
yeah.
case scenario.
But
Yeah,
man, what y'all think about the Super Bowl?
dog.
You know what, man? I can honestly be happy that that my projections once again have gone the way I said it. You know, the score, not so much.
Well, I don't think anybody gets the score.
I don't think
Even
so.
if you bet house betting or like professional betting, I don't think anybody bet the score.
Cause I looked at the sports bets like the other day. They said if it was like a 21-point blowout or something like that, it was like 150 to like 1 odds.
Yeah, honestly.
So if you would bet like a rat on that, you get 150,000 back.
Yeah, and on top of that, when you have your team, when your kicker is your only player scoring points, yeah, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Especially for a historical great offense.
Offense too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
But we can say the same thing about the Rams 2 years ago in the Super Bowl too, where historically they were great too.
I mean,
but-
yeah, but I mean, you looked at the defense more elite than the offense. You get me? So when you look at Kansas City, you think about the offense. You don't think about the defense.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, like we all knew Jared Goff was a liability going in.
Exactly.
This one, we was like, okay, you're missing 2 tackles, but
even that toe too. Even Mahomes, I'm not gonna use it as an excuse because I played on it.
but deep down inside,
But he lost like a champ though, because he
Oh,
took
yeah,
full responsibility. I mean, hey, I don't know if y'all heard. Did y'all hear about Andy Reid's son?
Oh yeah, they almost died. Or something.
Yeah, that he was in a car accident on Thursday night.
yeah.
So it was him and a little girl. So it's like, damn, like just imagine coaching the biggest game of your career or the second biggest game of your career.
Yeah, so respect to Andy Reid, man. You know,
Yeah.
Prayers
I'll-
go out.
Prayers out to the Andy Reid
Prayers
family.
go out, man.
And the other little girl that was involved, she's
Yeah.
also fighting for her life.
Yep, and I put what's his name over? Who you guys think, Belichick or Andy Reid? I got both of them.
I got Belichick.
Belichick is just a mastermind, you know, but I think he's gone.
I think Andy Reid is funner to watch though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But Belichick he gonna get the job done.
Overall though, because I think Belichick can also coach offense and defense.
Yeah.
True.
Well, mainly defense.
Mainly defense, but he has some good schemes though. I don't.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But on top,
I feel
of
like he lets Josh McDaniels do the job on the offensive side of the ball.
Well,
Well, the early years, I don't know. It was probably one Belichick.
But if he sees him fuck up though, you know, you're gonna be like, oh shit, give me the damn clip.
You know what I also think like Tom Brady accomplished by winning the Super Bowl? I think he kind of shut down the door on Belichick or Brady.
Oh yeah.
Who had more success? So it's like now we're looking at Belichick like, hey man, you do know that Brady just won his ring without you, so
In another conference.
in another conference, in a new team, new system, no OTAs, no training camp,
No training
Which,
camp. In a pandemic.
no
too.
preseason.
You're talking about Brady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
which
it's
is
like,
why
we've always discussed whether it was Belichick or Brady who had the majority of the.
Yeah,
like,
he
who-
proved it.
Yeah, so I mean,
he finally proved it. He proved me wrong, and I can officially say I'm not a Brady hater no more. Except for all the gates.
Man, that man won you some money. Man, we don't stop lying to
Yeah,
the
shut
coach.
your ass up. He lost me some money too.
Yeah.
Lexus, I seen your question, bro, and I'm gonna get to that right now. Actually, that's one good point that I'm gonna make.
Yeah, because I mean,
I'm gonna get to it right
like
now.
I think with Brady, I've never hated Brady as a person. It was just he was contaminated by the culture. So it's like when you're talking the spike, I think we talked about it last episode, the Spygate, the Deflategate, stuff like that. So it's like I'm looking at Brady like, hey man, like you got to clean up this reputation.
You gotta clean this reputation, buddy.
It's like
You know,
now that he done went to a new system and kind of installed his own offense, because if you saw the majority of the game, bro, he wasn't running Bruce Arians' offense because Bruce Arians is a throw deep type of guy. So when you saw Brady hitting the goal routes, the under routes, the crossing routes, and it's like that's what he was doing with.
Just like that shit safe.
So he played it safe. He won the game. And how much did he throw for? Like two bills, right?
Yeah,
Barely 200.
Barely
Barely.
changed.
Yeah,
But you know,
so.
Like 201.
But hey, it got the job done.
yeah.
He was at least 75 to 80%.
That's the best. That's the best I've seen the Buccaneers run game ever. To be
I
honest,
think that's the best Super Bowl
All
game that
around.
Brady has played.
Yeah.
to be honest, well,
All
dominant.
around. Dominance-wise.
Dominant-wise, hell yeah! Come on, you go into the team as a top as a 5 seed.
Yeah.
As a 5 seed, and you beat the number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
You essentially pulled the Eli, basically.
pretty much. Hell, Brady's like, oh, Eli Manning, who? Shit.
You know, Steve Spagnuolo's punching the air right now.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
he is.
Yeah, he's 2-1 against Tom Brady. Like, fuck.
He was trying to go 3-0, and Tom Brady said, "Ha." It's like,
And he stopped the Chiefs from going back to back too, so it's like,
But hey, well,
yeah.
we're not gonna talk like fucking Mahomes. It's not gonna be in the playoffs next year.
Oh, of course.
nah. As long as they have Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, they're always
They
going to be
should.
Super Bowl contenders.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their defense is a question mark.
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
And
But-
they,
Hey, but they brought Honey Badger and won him that ring last year, so I mean,
True.
if they add a piece here and there, they're going to be right back in the next
and
year.
that's
Yeah,
the
they-
beauty about the draft.
I wouldn't invest in no offense next year if I'm the Chiefs
Defense.
organization. Just
Honestly,
defense,
I slightly disagree with that one.
What?
I feel like they have to go offensive line in the draft
Oh, you're talking about for depth purposes, or
for depth purposes. At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Because think about it, when you have a torn Achilles, you out for at least 9 months,
Mhm.
maybe 10.
And
And
even
so
if
Eric Fisher's probably not gonna come back to week 8.
and
so
even if you
need
come
a
back,
tackle.
like even if you come back, how are you going to come back? You're going to come back
Exactly.
healthy, or you're going to come back compromised?
or are you gonna come back 75-25? So it's
Mhm.
like
And I mean, Patrick Mahomes is not going to settle for 75% effort.
exactly. So you have to go left tackle in the draft, of course.
Mhm.
They might go. Don't be surprised in back-to-back rounds they go offensive tackles.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If I'm looking at it from an offensive player's perspective,
Because weapons wise, they're set.
they're set.
pretty much.
It's just they need versatility at that line position.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
But-
there's a lot of good offensive tackles in this draft coming up. So
Mhm.
I think for the most part, like we kind of touched on it. Like all three of us agreed going into the Super Bowl that the key targets were going to be Shaq Barrett, JPP versus the backup tackle.
And who was in their face at the time?
And,
Shaq
who,
Barrett.
and who was in their face. So I mean, they made the difference from Mahomes because they did not let him get comfortable the whole game. So
Pretty much.
the fact that who's the defensive coordinator for the Tampa? Todd Bowles, right?
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, so it's like
you
Todd
about to
Bowles.
get a big payday.
That's what I'm saying. Todd Bowles knew
For who?
that it's like
For the
if I can put pressure.
Yeah, of course.
What?
Oh, good. My bad.
No, but if he knew that you could put pressure on Mahomes with 4,
Mhm.
I don't have to sacrifice my back end.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
I mean, they kind of
They
learned.
damn near ran down the whole time. So
Mm-hmm. Well, that was just Tampa.
yeah, champ.
Well,
Not
you
that,
know,
they ran nickel and dime. That's literally
it,
all they
Yeah,
ran.
that's all they really had to do, to be honest.
And I don't know. I think Mahomes, like, yeah, I blame the Eric Bieniemy for not kind of adjusting along the way. But it's like if you're Mahomes, you have to know better that your first read is not going to be there. Tyreek Hill was shut down. I think
Just about.
he had
2
0 yards
catches.
the first
the second
quarter.
Yeah,
So-
but then he only had 3 catches for what?
Yeah, but those were empty yards. So I'm saying is like
Calories.
when you're trying to get in the rhythm and getting in the flow of the game,
Mhm.
you have to look at the under. And I made that point last episode.
Mhm.
You have to look at the under routes. You have to look at the crossing routes. You have to look at the bubble screens. So the fact that they're trying to throw deep and throw deep and throw deep. The only one that I do hold against Mahomes was on that 7 route. To I think it was Mecole Hardman that he
Mhm.
overthrew him to the sideline.
Yeah.
When it's like it's a corner route, the safety's looking at Tyreek Hill over the middle. So if you have the sideline open, you got to hit him over the top. Don't hit him to the sideline.
But at the same time, it's almost like a 50-50 responsibility because there was receivers dropping the ball too
Oh yeah.
in third and
Yeah.
fourth down
Welcome to
situations.
Lamar's world.
Because it was Travis
Welcome to
Kelce got
Lamar's
hit
world.
in the hands. Travis Kelce got hit in the hands. Tyreek Hill got hit in the helmet. And then who was the one that caught it right when Mahomes was like parallel to the ground? Was that Mecole?
It was a backup running
Yeah,
back.
Yeah. So it's like we're talking 3 passes that could have swayed the game.
And
Not saying-
Travis Kelce did drop a ball that hit him right in the head.
Yeah, that's true.
that's
I think you mentioned that already.
Yeah, that's the second one I mentioned. So like my thing is with Mahomes, of course we're looking at Mahomes, but at the same time, he had the potential to sway the game and the receivers didn't come through.
Right.
Because if you look at those, I think it was two potential scoring drives. So 2 touchdowns, we're talking 25, 30 something. So
23, maybe?
yeah, because they scored 9 points. They scored 9 points. So we're looking at 23 to 30 something. That's a 1-possession game. So if Mahomes is in the field, he's in the rhythm. You're gonna tell me he can't get you a tug? You get me? Because
at least 2 tugs in the last 5,
exactly.
6
So that's going to
games.
force Todd Bowles to kind of adjust his defense. But if you're not running the ball, you're not hitting underneath routes, they're just going to play Tampa 2 the whole game and dare you to beat it.
Yeah.
And they couldn't.
But they did a pretty good job at it too, and I called it too. I think all of us 3 called it when but I did not expect that fucking score though.
Oh, nobody.
And I hate to see Mahomes go down just for the culture. I hate to see Mahomes go down like that. Well, not down, but
I think
go down in
Kind of
this
his
game.
worst performance in his career.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But it goes to show a lot though.
Because I'm a fan of Mahomes, but at the same time, I think it was almost necessary for them to get off the cloud because you see how like their charisma is going into the Super Bowl, going into the playoffs. We got this. We the reigning defending champions. So it's like when they get a reality check, saying nah, you got to still be on top of your shit regardless of who you play. So it's like when they got out the gate and they're getting smacked in the mouth. I mean, it's like you have to know that this is a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady went in there with the focus mentality to say, "Hey guys,
well, shit, when you're 10 Super Bowls in, he won 7 of them. I mean, 6 at the
he
time.
He literally cakewalk.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't even celebrating with the team. He wasn't packing his bags. He knows what
he's thinking ahead. He's
like, shit. I've been in here, done that, bro. Y'all gotta win this shit for yourselves. Shit, I'm here for the legacy.
He really did that shit for the culture.
Mike Evans had 1 catch. Chris Godwin had 2. So it's like if
it was just even, to be honest.
If you would have told Tom Brady going into the Super Bowl, hey, Mike Evans gonna have 1 catch and Chris Godwin gonna have 2, but you're gonna win the game, Tom Brady will say, hey, I'll take it. But if you say Mike Evans gonna catch 9 catches for 150 yards, but you're gonna lose the game, Tom Brady will say, no, thank you. Now Mahomes, he's looking for Tyreek Hill. So if you told Mahomes that he's gonna throw for 300-400 yards, 500 yards, and lose a game, there's a 50-50 chance that Mahomes says, you know what? I mean, I'll take it. You get me? Because Mahomes is like, he doesn't have that experience in the Super Bowl in big games to say, you know what, I have the composure, you get me? I don't know. That experience goes a long way.
But then again, though, man, you know, going back to Mahomes, you know, I can't knock him too much. Well,
I could.
I could knock him just because the pressure was in his face, just like I said it was going to be. But then again,
because you're the leader, you have to adjust.
Yeah, definitely. But then I seen literally Lamar Jackson go through it every fucking game. I don't care what anybody says.
Different schemes, though.
I mean, different schemes, yeah, definitely. But the pressure's still there, though. And nobody bags Lamar for. I mean, nobody bags Mahomes for it. But when Lamar is going through it, and he makes it work. And for the most part, he did it though.
Somewhat.
But he did it though.
Somewhat.
Hey, whatever.
Because same thing with
they're in the same. In my opinion, they're in the same boat right now. At this point.
I don't think so.
Hey.
Because I think with Lamar, like I think we just talked about it right before we started this live. With Lamar, it's a running offense. It's a running scheme offense. So with Lamar, when you're looking through your progressions, he doesn't give the tackles time to hold the defensive tackles or the defensive ends in front of him to say, you know what, we're protecting Lamar. Lamar goes through his first progressions and tries to escape the pocket. When you're escaping the pocket, bro, how fast do these outside linebackers run nowadays in the draft? We're talking 4.5, 4.6. So you think they're not gonna catch? You get me? So what Mahomes does, he sits in the pocket and forces his tackles to hold him in front of him. So therefore, it's hard to get to Mahomes. But with Lamar, he becomes an easy target because no one's guarding you 7 yards horizontal.
But like I said, I've watched literally almost every game this year, and I've seen that there's been some times where they've been going for the long plays, and then where they have to hold the defensive line, and there's literally no time. So that's what I mean. And then for them to be
it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, definitely it's gonna happen. But
because they're not gonna hold the defensive line like every play for every game.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying in every comparison, and another comparison is Lamar receivers most of the time they're dropping the fucking ball for the most part. And now when the Chiefs receivers are dropping the ball just exactly in the exact same scenario when they need to catch the fucking ball.
But at the same time, Mahomes is working with no offensive tackles.
That's a difference.
Big difference.
Because
you at least have a tight end that can at least guarantee you at least 10 yards. Same thing with Kelsey with Kansas City. He has Tyreek Hill. You have Hollywood. We already know who's the better receiver, so in a sense,
but we're not gonna act like Hollywood is a scrub compared to Tyreek
Hill. Well, he's not a scrub, but he's just
he ain't no Tyreek
Hill.
Yeah, but he's not used the right way though.
That's what I'm saying. Why is that Lamar's fault? That's the offensive coordinator's fault to use the weapons that Lamar has, whether they're good or not.
I mentioned this like the last 2 episodes. Like it's an organizational fault too.
Yeah.
So at the same time, but. You get me though?
I don't know. It's hard to compare Lamar versus Mahomes.
Like I see the idea for sure.
I already posted it.
Sorry about that, Joe. But
go ahead.
What did I say?
Not because I see the comparison.
Oh, the comparison.
Yeah, that you're trying to make with Lamar and Mahomes because you're a Ravens fan and you like Lamar. Me is like when you're comparing. For example, I'm gonna go to Carson Wentz's MVP season. You get me before the ACL, before the back injuries. What was his game? The game was to look down the field, look for the open pass. But Carson Wentz had the athletic ability to escape the pocket when needed to, and that's what made him stand out. So Lamar, he has the ability to run. We've seen that if he rushes for 1,000-yard season, which he did his MVP season. But at the same time, with the healthy line, he's not throwing for 5K yards like Mahomes, like Rodgers. You get me? So it's like his throwing ability. Anybody can make the argument. If you follow sports and you follow the NFL, you can make the argument that if Lamar gets an arm, not necessarily a 5K season, if you get a 3K, 3,500 yard season and you rush for, let's say, 800 yards, you're going to be the greatest quarterback in the league over Mahomes. But he has to develop that arm because when I think of a quarterback, I think about throwing. I don't think about running. So the reason we look at Michael Vick like one of the greats is because his arm. He was able to run the ball, but he had that arm. You get me? So Lamar, he needs to develop that arm to trust his receiver to say, you know what, I'm going to hit you when you're open, not necessarily look to scramble and then try to dish it out last second when I'm about to get
but then again, it's also hard to develop an arm when you have an OC that is just based on running.
Heavy.
Yeah, based pretty much. Because like I said before, I've watched, reviews on Greg Roman's scheme.
Mm-hmm.
You literally, like I said before, you literally got receivers running into each other.
Yeah.
So you have nothing open at the same time. So,
but at the same time, you gotta blame the organization too.
That's what I'm saying.
When it comes to drafting the right players to put into those.
I think Lamar has the cachet to go upstairs and say, hey, like I'm the franchise quarterback. How you guys expect me to win? Because look what the Bills did. The Bills said, you know what, son, we have the confidence in you. We're gonna go get you a number one. So if the Ravens have that confidence in Lamar, go get him a receiver. Go get him a deep threat.
This year proved it.
Bro, get us in fucking debt, dude. I know we have what's his name, 6'4" wide receiver, man. I forgot his name, but 6'4" receiver, bro, and we're not even using him, dude. And then we get Des Bryant. I know everyone's gonna say, oh, he's an old acquisition, but you know what? Use him. That's what the fuck we got him for.
He's there for the 50-50.
Exactly. That's what we got him there for. I don't care if he's rusty. He's training for a fucking reason. But we're not using him though. That's my question that's my thing about the organization. I'm not gonna bag on Lamar like everybody else does, because at the same, it's not his fault most. It's not his fault most of the time. Mm-hmm. So until Lamar fails me with a healthy O line and a number one receiver, I'm not gonna take any slander from anybody. You're gonna.
But in Lamar's situation in his last playoff game, your defense, worst case scenario, only gave up realistically 3 points?
Yeah, pretty much.
So no matter how bad Lamar played, you gotta step up, my boy. Like your defense got you to the promised land.
And that's what I've always told Script. It's not that I'm critical on Lamar because I like Lamar. You get me? Because in the AFC, he has the potential to compete in the AFC. Mm-hmm. But when you lose a game, you're the leader of the team. So same thing with Mahomes. Mahomes knows that he was down the offensive tackles and he put the blame on himself. Like, you get me? So I think overall with Lamar, I criticize Lamar because regardless of how many points the defense gives up or how many points you scored, if you lose a game, you needed to play better, regardless of what you did. You get me? So I don't know. I think
that's all they're going to care about.
That's all we care about. So when we're looking at the resume when you retire, we're looking at your wins and losses. We're looking at how many rings you won and how many MVPs you won. So if you have 15, 20 MVPs, but you never had a winning season, what good is that? You get me?
I mean, you can't win an MVP if you have losing seasons in general. But I see what you're doing.
But what can we do? Organization. Like I said before, if Lamar doesn't get what he deserves, not necessarily money wise, but weapons wise,
I'll get out of there.
I'd get out of there, man. I honestly, and I'm gonna say this, I've been a Ravens fan since 2009. I'm gonna say straight up, if Lamar leaves, I'm leaving too. I'm sorry. I
don't think the Baltimore will let him leave.
No, hell no. They're not going to let him leave.
True, but if you're Lamar in this situation, you never gave me weapons. True. What the hell is the point of me being there?
True. Exactly.
And you have to make it very obvious that you want to get the hell up out of there. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man.
If he goes anywhere else, man, shit, I'm leaving. I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
As a loyal fan that I am, dude, I don't see that happening, but...
I'm just saying for hypothetical reasons, can you imagine if Baltimore decides to trade for Deshaun Watson?
Like I said, and I told you this like maybe 2 weeks ago. Don't be surprised if they make that move.
It's up for grabs at this point.
It's up for grabs. And
I mean, I like Lamar.
And I think that's a pretty fair trade too.
Yeah, but I think Deshaun Watson. Not saying Lamar is a scrub, but Deshaun Watson is a little bit better than Lamar Jackson.
Throwing-wise.
Well, I'm saying quarterback-wise in general.
Yeah, but then again, he is.
Because who's better in the clutch? Who would you trust with the clutch? Deshaun Watson.
So,
I mean, if you want the flashing, the 60-yard runs and the read options and stuff like that, of course, Lamar Jackson is the most athletic quarterback in the league we have today. But if we're here to win championships and win rings, there's nothing you have to teach Deshaun Watson.
On top of that, when is the last time Deshaun Watson had an elite defense?
True.
So you put him in Baltimore, they're winning. Like Kansas City gonna have no chance.
And Deshaun Watson gonna make it known, like, hey, we're not running a running offense. We're running
This is my way.
I'm putting Hollywood Hill on those post routes. I'm hitting Mark Andrews. They're going to use Mark Andrews the same way they use Travis Kelce because Deshaun Watson is a thrower. He is not a runner. So, I don't know. I just think this
and I love Lamar, but if I'm the organization and I see signs that Lamar looks like he wants to leave because you're not giving him weapons, especially after the draft, you go for Deshaun Watson at this point.
Yeah.
I know they have a crap load of first round picks in the future. And on top of that, his contract is about to come up. He's eligible for an extension.
Well, he's eligible for an extension this year, but he can play off his rookie deal. But I think if we want to get him like more weapons, I think we should re-sign him next year. Well, now, yeah. Get in debt right now. I don't even care if it's Mahomes money. Just give them.
No, he ain't getting Mahomes money.
Oh no, hell no. Hell no.
Well, the thing about Mahomes' contract is like, yeah, it's 400 million,
but it's
extended to 10 years. So it's technically the same thing.
But at the same time,
he got 10 fucking years.
But at the same time, he got offered that money. Why? MVP.
Because he won.
Yeah, MVP, Super Bowl MVP, 5K, 50 tugs.
He's getting treated like Dak Prescott right now in the series.
Yeah,
it's just the organization.
Dak Prescott's looking at that contract and he's punching the air right now.
Yeah, Dak Prescott gonna get paid though.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Eventually.
Any competent organization would love a Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Ain't no doubt about
it. A real leader, never no scandals besides that fucking quarantine party that he threw. So
even that, it was like,
It was just like, hey, dude, what the fuck?
Well, who isn't doing this bullshit?
I mean, yeah,
right.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like Dak Prescott hasn't had a scandal for you to say,
Never.
you know what, you're a trouble on the field or off
compared
the
to Zeke.
I'm still mad that Zeke got paid before he did.
Exactly.
I'm mad that they paid D-Law and hasn't performed since he got that contract. So you can understand Zeke because Zeke, I mean, he led
the league in rushing twice.
Exactly. So he deserved some money. I wouldn't have paid him what he got paid.
90 million.
For 5 years, what's it? 8? Like 90 million.
And he doesn't.
But like 60 guaranteed, I think.
And then I'm surprised they're having him punching because for the past, ever since that contract, he has put on some pounds though.
Oh yeah. Put on some pounds and fumbled the goddamn ball
too many damn times.
He's not even in the conversation for top 5 running back.
Oh hell no.
Hell no.
Not even 10.
Dude, freaking Ronald Jones is better running back than he is.
Oh hell yeah.
The way they were fucking breaking tackles yesterday, him and Leonard Fournette.
Once the game was out of reach, I don't even think Kansas City's defense even tried to tackle.
No, they didn't.
They just get me on the plane and say
and speaking of Leonard Fournette, everybody thought he lost it. Nah, he was just playing for a bad organization.
Yeah, it's Jacksonville.
What do you expect?
I'll get my glass out too. Like,
because y'all do know that the 31 points that Tampa scored?
Mm-hmm.
The 31 points that Tampa scored came from the players that weren't even on Tampa's offense last season.
Facts.
Gronkowski, Fournette, and AB.
Yeah. That was the only additions they had.
So it's like Brady, yeah, we're looking at him as the GOAT player-wise, but him recruiting players to come and play with him that he knows are going to work in his offense, man, that's
this is no disrespect to Cameron Brate as a tight end, but
you ain't Gronkowski.
You ain't 6'6", 270,
and have that chemistry with
Brady already. So it's like
pretty much.
They passed Joe Montana and Jerry Rice for
as a duo.
Yeah. I think that.
You know. So that's another historical feat too. So.
I'll give it to Brady. He has my respect now. I'm officially not a Brady hater, because he finally proved me wrong.
I think now you have to put Tom Brady in the conversation as the greatest winner of all sports. So with 6 rings, he was already I wouldn't say undisputed because there was a conversation between Mahomes.
Him and Jordan.
Yeah. So I think with 6 rings, it was like, okay, you know what? He's the greatest player. With 7 rings and 10 appearances, you have to look at him in a conversation with Wilt Chamberlain for the greatest winners of sports history.
So you guys think he's gonna lose? He's gonna win one more?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I think he has one more.
That's what.
Like he's going to the playoffs for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I just feel like if you give Aaron Rodgers help with the receivers, it's over.
Because I was even arguing with the homie because I was telling him, I was like, bro, now that Brady won the Super Bowl, what else do you have to prove? Just retire and go home and kind of sit back, because I made the argument with Tony Romo, I think it was on episode 3 or episode 2, that Romo's getting paid $15 million.
Mm-hmm.
Brady has 7 rings. You think he can't get 22 mil?
Mm-hmm.
You get me? So he's getting paid 25 for Tampa to get injured, basically, because if someone hits you the wrong way at 43, your bones is a little more fragile than they were at 23. Yeah. So it's like, if Brady can just say, you know what, I won my ring, I retired at the top of the mountain, now I'm calling it a day. I don't know.
But at the same time, Tom Brady made it very known that he's playing for another year.
45.
That too. So
yeah. There ain't no way.
And he wants to elevate TV12, his little company.
Mm-hmm. He already did.
Yeah.
After last night.
Oh,
yeah, he elevated that before the Super Bowl.
Honestly, ain't no way ain't anybody catching up to him, to be honest.
No. In sports, we don't know, but in general, nah, it's not gonna happen.
NFL-wise, I don't think anyone's gonna.
And we're all young too, so we know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he's the final of the year, and he's gonna go out with a bang. So.
Yeah. Now maybe my kids, I want to hope, but maybe my grandkids gonna see another quarterback get to 10 rings, because we ain't.
We can actually have a conversation in like later on to our kids, like, oh, who was Tom Brady? Oh shit, let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you a little story.
Goat man, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, kids. You know, I hated this motherfucker with my guts, but hey, after this season, get
that man his flowers while he's here, too.
Yeah,
because I didn't see Jordan because I was born in '98. But it's like, if I would have, yeah, I'm not if I would have saw Jordan in the '90s, like fuck, like I'm witnessing greatness. But it's like I didn't, so now I gotta go back and look at Jordan, look at his stats, look at his finals appearances. So now that we're watching Brady dominate from 2010 to 2020, that whole league was his.
You know what's crazy? And I saw this on Twitter the other day. Tom Brady is the only quarterback in NFL history to win Super Bowls in 3 different eras.
Man,
2000s, 2010s, and now. If that doesn't scream you being the GOAT, why are we debating this?
I mean, Vince Carter was the first NBA player to play in 3 different decades.
Yeah.
Tom Brady won in 3 different decades. So
that's scary.
That's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So can you
And
imagine?
to be drafted that low, yeah, you're.
But wouldn't he like pick like 290 something?
Wasn't he? He was the last.
It was 290 something. I forgot.
Yeah, he was the last one though. I think.
Man,
no, not the last one, because there was 7 rounds.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
So he was a 6th round pick. I remember that.
But it's like, I just think the conversation for whether Tom Brady or Jordan is like, Jordan, you could have a bad game. You have to beat me 4 times. Tom Brady, you lose, you go home. So
and Jordan won in 1 era.
Yeah.
Tom did it in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he for sure surpassed on Jordan on that, which is sports in all time.
Yeah.
After that stat I explained, it's not a debate.
Mm-hmm.
He won in the 2000s.
My respect to Jordan though, I'm gonna keep buying y'all shoes, but
I'm just saying, you name me a quarterback that won in the 2000s, 2010s, and the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a debate.
Because realistically, Mahomes would have to win, because he won, what, 2019?
Yeah, 19.
1920.
So he has to win it this year.
No, this decade. And then...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This decade will carry. So he'll do it in 2 eras, technically. Because 19 is, the 10s, the late 10s, and then this year will be the 20s. That means he has to wait another 10 years to get it again.
And even then, he's still not going to be the GOAT.
No.
Because he lost to a 43-year-old. The only way he can kind of sever that reputation is if Tampa makes a Super Bowl next year and the Chiefs get the better of him. But even then, you still lost to Brady the first go round. So
you still gave Brady his 7th ring.
Yeah,
and crowned him literally.
You single-handedly.
And now if he beats you if it's a repeat next year and he beats you again, yeah, you have no way.
But even if Brady loses, we're talking 11 Super Bowl appearances.
Right.
So he's gonna be what, 7-4?
Yeah.
7-4
bro,
is.
I remember my friend Alexa actually said, like, bro, this boy almost got 2 sets of
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
Well, that fool
2 hands
of the finger.
Well,
he's the real Thanos, bro.
Well, that fool Will got 10 and he got 1 on his toe. So I mean, Will Chamberlain, but you were going back to what the 60s.
Bro, he really got. He's the real Thanos though. He don't even got the snap fingers, bro. All you gotta do is wiggle his fingers and one of his toes.
Bill Russell is Thanos.
Yeah.
Well, he is Thanos. He got 11 rings, motherfucker. Him and Phil Jackson are goats, bro. I'm just saying.
I would love to see Tom Brady.
You know what gave me chills? My bad, the question.
You go.
But you know what? Damn, fuck this.
Taco Bell going off.
Hey, shut your ass up. No, but you know what gave me chills yesterday, bro? And I'm actually when I train, I'm gonna listen to that speech, the Vince Lombardi speech yesterday.
The one before the game?
Yes, that shit gave me chills. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this going? I'm like, bro, I'm over here getting chills. I'm like, bro, I felt like going on a 5-mile run. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this right now.
I don't know. Hey, but I think Tom Brady, if he coaches,
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be a good coach one day.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Ed Reed actually spoke to John Harbaugh about coaching, but I guess. But the thing is, Ed Reed wants a coordinator job, not a fucking safeties coach.
Oh yeah, of course.
But he wants.
I think he gotta work his way up.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
he'll
that's
work.
Like,
Yeah,
if he could start as a DB coach and prove that he's elite in that sense, then he can get him a defensive coordinator job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But it's like you can't just walk in and say, you know what, I'm an all-time great, give me a defensive coordinator job.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ray Lewis or something like that.
'Cause
Even Ray Lewis gotta go through the.
Because even Deion Sanders, Deion Sanders went to a HBCU right now. He's a head coach, I think, for HBCU. So it's like if you can't get prime time a head coaching job or even a defensive coordinator job,
That's a sign.
Ed Reed not gonna get one.
Yeah, but
And this is no disrespect. It's just that's just
that's just what it is.
If I'm Ed Reed, just go to Miami and coach.
Yeah.
And be a DC over there, and then if you prove that you are a top 5 defense all around, you easily go into the NFL easily as a coordinator.
So
that would be nice though.
how do y'all look at Mahomes now after losing the Super Bowl?
Honestly, man, look, here's one question related to that. Lakers America says y'all gotta admit it though. Wilson is better than Mahomes, and I'm gonna take that into consideration like this because he said also Wilson been sacked so much in his career, but manages to find ways to win. So.
But you could make the argument that the Legion of Boom carried.
Big time.
But the Legion of Boom's not here right now though.
No, he's not here right now. But when was the last time that Russell Wilson won a ring with the Legion of Boom?
To be honest with you, when the last time you won a playoff game, except for the Eagles one? And even that, it took a depleted quarterback in order for y'all to do it.
But Jadeveon Clowney had to hit him.
Well, yeah,
back
of course,
head.
yeah.
So I was watching this game like, fuck, finally Carson Wentz gonna get a playoff appearance. He gonna play well out in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first quarter.
Right, but.
So they only had they lost to the Cowboys in the playoff game. That's saying something.
Because Russ definitely in the conversation as top 5. He's definitely top 5.
No, yeah.
But to say he's better than
clutch
Mahomes,
wise though,
he's not better than Mahomes.
I wouldn't say he's better than
clutch
Mahomes.
wise.
No.
Nah.
Because that's the thing though, it's a good thing for Mahomes, but it's a bad thing for Mahomes. He's playing with a historical great offense.
Yeah.
So you could make the argument that if Russell Wilson played with Cheetah and Travis Kelce, then we have a conversation. But he's playing with DK, and DK is an outside threat. So you're not throwing 30-yard bombs every play.
And he doesn't have an elite tight end.
And he doesn't have an elite tight end. That's my point. So I mean, DK is not no scrub, but get him a tight end, the similar of Travis Kelce. I mean, then we can have a conversation because you have elite weapons, and let's see what you do. But it's like with Russell Wilson, when he won the Super Bowl, he had the Legion of Boom on defense. So
he literally didn't have to do much.
He really didn't have to do much. So it's like we're running the ball with beast mode, and the defense just locked down whoever we're playing. So that's the argument for Russ. But it's like if we're talking talent for talent, I don't think he's better than Mahomes. No. But if we're talking top 5, he's definitely in the conversation.
I'll put him in clutch wise though, to be honest. Like more clutch.
Better than Mahomes?
Yeah, to be honest.
First off,
did
Mahomes,
you see what he did in the
first off, Mahomes gets the job done before he even gets into a clutch situation. That's the difference.
That's the thing. Well, he comes in clutch when he's down. Not necessarily
when he's down,
in the fourth quarter. But when you saw what he did against the Houston, I mean 24-0 and coming back to score 51 points,
and then win by damn near 30.
It's like that goes to show. So it's like I mean,
he gets the job done.
Exactly, because
it's just Houston got lucky in the first quarter and a half.
Yeah. Because, I mean, realistically, they weren't doing anything to fuck themselves over. It was just botched snaps, botched punts. You get me? So, I mean, I don't know.
As soon as they buttoned up, they scored 51 unanswered in less than, 45 minutes?
Yep. And it's like, for the most part, they were getting down, double digits every playoff game.
Every single playoff game.
So, even in the Super Bowl. So, then he comes back and throws 2 interceptions late in the third quarter and 1 early in the fourth. And then you come back and win that game. I mean, you did have Jimmy G on the opposite side of the ball. But it's like, you still can't take away what Mahomes did. 3rd and 15 and you hit Jet Watt? What was it? Jet Fly Wasp or some shit? So what was it, like a 30, 40-yard bomb?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't make that pass, you can make the argument that they lose that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Mahomes is 0-2 if he doesn't make that throw.
Right.
So
now we really gonna look at Mahomes different. Like,
mm-hmm.
now you in that Lamar conversation. Like,
Exactly.
Do you have that? Do you have like? Do you need like? Do you really need a complete team for you to be successful like that? Because you know, if you're, I mean, obviously, we all need an O-line to to function the whole game.
Well, football's a team sport.
Well,
It's not like basketball where it's like you can have one player that's elite and then one kind of all-star player and you can win a championship.
Very much.
Nah, you need the defense, you need an elite O-line, you need an elite
and
receiving
you
corps.
need the coordinator to get the things done
Exactly,
right.
and then the quarterback is just a cherry on top.
Yeah, so pretty much what you guys said, and I agree with you guys, but I'm not gonna knock Mahomes too much, but it's like
I just think he has the talent already. His talent is undisputable.
Most definitely.
But we're talking the mental aspect of football. You have to adjust as the game goes on. So you saw Mahomes on the sideline, like he just kind of pouting and just kind of looking on and like almost looked like he was admiring Brady on the sideline.
He did it.
You have to lock in and go back because if you remember the Super Bowl against the 49ers, he was on the field pumping Tyreek Hill, pumping Travis Kelce. And this
when
Super
they were
Bowl,
down.
When they were down. So it's like when you're talking this Super Bowl, he's on the sideline looking on the field and he's like, what the fuck are they? What are you going to tell the defense? Worry about your offense. Tell it, hey, dude, this is what we're going to do. From now on, we're doing this.
At this point, he was in his mind, he knew the defense gave up.
He was even telling Eric Bellini against the Niners Super Bowl. He was like, "Oh, like, do we have time to run blocks?"
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just telling like, "Oh, let's run this, let's run this."
Because it's a 10-point game. Anything can happen in 10 points.
Exactly.
But when you're down
22,
but it's
what the fuck is there to talk about?
As a quarterback, the head coach and the quarterback, there's nothing you're going to tell the offense. I mean, the defense, because the defense is its own little thing. But if the defense sees that the offense is putting up numbers, now all of a sudden, now the defense is pumping up. Hey guys, we're back in this. Let's get this shit popping.
Yeah,
but it's like if Mahomes isn't pumping up the offense and they're getting 3 and outs and they're getting off the field, why is the defense going to pump themselves up?
Yeah, no, not one time did I get the vibe that
Mahomes was a killer.
When fucking Brady was coming back on Atlanta. Because Brady, if you guys seen the mic up of that game, Brady was just honestly the whole time. Hey, stand the fuck up. We gotta get our head of our ass.
I mean, Shanahan kind of threw that game for one.
Oh, of course.
Oh, he did. But then again, you're going up against the comeback king.
It made it easier for Brady to come back because Brady, you know what Brady's gonna do.
And on top of that, you gotta blame Dan Quinn as a defensive-minded coach because he was playing that soft ass zone.
Yeah.
Because that's all he was playing was
and the team
a soft cover 3.
And they were undisciplined too the whole time.
Undisciplined.
Yeah, come on, that fucking holding call on the left tackle, like, come on. I mean, I understand it's holding every play and the refs don't catch it all the time, but
in that situation, you should have ran the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
You're already in field goal range.
You had Devontae Freeman.
Yeah. That's why.
Even though he gave up that sack that let the game be open.
Yeah. And going back to that game though, as soon as I seen it was going to overtime, whoever gets the ball is going to win that.
Who's going to win? As soon as
Tom Brady got there, like, you know what, I'm not going to watch it no more.
Well, that's how he even made the Rams Super Bowl because they got the ball first, and there was that pre-snap penalty that when he threw that interception. Yeah. But you can make the argument that if Mahomes got that coin toss in overtime, he's going to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
this one's for Faulkner. He said, Alexis Enriquez said, T.J. Watt got snubbed for defensive.
Oh, don't get me fucking. Dog, listen.
I kind of called it, but.
Dog.
Like I said, you can't be mad.
When you get to the point, let me try to explain this shit.
He's still a little hurt, man.
Let me try to explain this in the nicest way as possible. When you get to the point where J.J. Watt, mind you, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year candidate, so he earned every right to say what the fuck he wants to say.
At this point.
When he gets to the point where he's doing no bias, he's not to throw his brother in there, when he says his little brother beats him in every single statistical category, and he gets snubbed, and the voting was 27-20.
Damn.
So it's like, how the fuck does Aaron Donald deserve a Defensive Player of the Year? And I'll whoop your ass in every single statistic. 90% of the time, you win Defensive Player of the Year off of those stats alone. 15 sacks, 23 tackles for loss, 41 quarterback hits, and 55 pressures. 90% of the time, in 15 games, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Like, now I'm looking at the NFL voting, and it's a fucking joke at this point.
Yeah, you said you were going to go drop kick somebody, right?
I pretty confident I called it Friday. Like, yo, they get this voting wrong, I'm drop kicking the fuck out of them.
That's a big ass fucking
This-
kick.
That's a big fucking kick.
The 7 people that didn't vote.
It's like, come on. And then on top of that, Xavier Howard only got 3 votes. It's like, at this point, it was like, y'all fucking joke. Now, this is arguably back-to-back years where he got snubbed as Defensive Player of the Year. This is no disrespect for Stephon Gilmore, but look at the impact Stephon Gilmore had the next year. God awful.
And I'm surprised they didn't give it to a corner over him, too.
Right.
I mean, if you ain't Deion Sanders, I don't think...
Don't get me wrong. He only gave up 1 touchdown the whole year and had 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
I understand. But at the same time, this year, this was no excuse. When you lead the league in sacks, tackles for loss, quarterback hits, and hurries, and pass defense, I'm just saying, 90% of the time you win Defense Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. Now, every other award, I agree 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with it.
Did you see the reaction for Alex Smith? I took you off.
Oh, yeah.
When he was watching the video that they made for him?
Oh, yeah, that was dope.
That shit was dope.
I didn't watch it, man, but I heard.
I seen it on House of Highlights. Like they had like a little tablet.
Also, speaking of the the awards, I'm not mad that Chase Young got the award for Defensive Rookie of the Year,
which I called.
Definitely. But to put my boy Patrick McQueen at at number 3,
who was second?
Huh?
Who was second?
I don't know who was second. I think I put.
He should have definitely been second.
He should have definitely.
They put him at number 3 because
welcome to my life.
They put him at number 3, and I was like, yeah, y'all smoking some dick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you two don't ban us for that, man, but they're smoking some dick for that one. It's awful. He was top 3 in votes.
Well, let me look at.
I
want to see who got number 2.
That's what I'm looking at.
But then again,
Chase Young, like
but Jeremy Chin did have a good year too, for the Panthers too. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Did it say about how many votes?
That I'm about to find out right now.
But still, though, I'd give it to McQueen for more than anybody, to be honest. But that's just me, though. But then again,
I think you have to make the argument because the Ravens made the playoffs.
True.
So it's like that speaks for itself because
but at the same time, Washington made the playoffs. So it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. That you can make the argument that Washington made the playoffs off the back of Chase Young. So the Ravens defense, yeah, you had Marlon Humphrey, and then who's your other corner? Marcus Peters. So you are playing with them, but it's like Patrick Queen is not no scrub. So I mean, they done made the playoffs, and the defense was playing kind of great.
At this point, and at this point, dude, honestly, like I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna let it go. Because now looking at going back to the Super Bowl, seeing Devin White and the way he's playing, only in the second year, that is what I'm expecting from Patrick Queen to become.
Facts.
And if not even better. Because I think if not, they're both just about the same speed. Or neck to neck. And here's the thing. Devin White is 6'2". 6'2", 6'1". 6'1", 6'2". Patrick Queen, barely 6 feet.
Yeah.
And he I remember seeing him play. He pile draft the shit out of Derek Henry.
What's the votes looking like?
No, I'm looking at Jeremy Chin's stats. I'm like, I don't know. It's looking better than Patrick Queen's, if you ask me. From a safety,
let me see.
He has 117 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits, 2 defensive touchdowns,
Ooh.
2 forced fumbles, and 5 pass defense. I'm
hard.
Sorry. I hate to admit it, but Jeremy Chin does deserve
That's
more.
hard to argue right there.
So if you're looking at it from a voting perspective, yeah, I would have voted Chin over
I can see
Queen too.
I can see.
And I hate to do it, but I would have too.
After seeing those numbers,
you know what?
Yeah, you can't.
I'm just glad that we got him on our team. Now, at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad we got him on the team.
Yes.
Shit, let him get a little bit of experience.
Oh hell.
And some more weight on him.
I'm
with
just
the
saying,
same speed.
when a defensive player gets 2 defensive touchdowns, 90% of the time you up there in the votes. Yeah, you have almost 120 tackles too.
And who does he play for again?
Carolina.
Yeah, there's.
You can make an argument he is the heart and soul in that defense in his second year. His first year, because obviously it's defensive rookie year.
Definitely.
But
next question, speaking about, it says, Justin Jefferson got snubbed too. I don't think so.
Nah, with Justin Herbert, we ain't doing it.
And also, he made a statement. He said Herbert is good, but 1,400 yards as a rookie.
True.
Won't happen for a while.
Listen, who said that?
Lucas Manriquez.
Manriquez, I'm with you. I love me some Randy Moore. I get it. My mans was putting up baby Peyton Manning numbers as a quarterback. You name me a quarterback that had 8 300-yard games as a rookie.
And he didn't even play the full season.
He didn't play the full season. He only played 15 games.
No.
And he, honestly, you can make an argument he could have thrown 5,000.
Oh, yeah.
If he wasn't held back by his head coach.
First season.
Yeah.
First season. I know. I hated myself too. But come on. He almost threw 5,000 yards with a coach that held him back in only 15 games. And had 8 300-yard passing games.
You think Chargers
against elite defenses too?
You think Chargers can be a threat?
Of
Become
course.
a threat?
Of course, if they get healthy, of course.
Yeah.
Especially in the AFC West now, since you got what honestly gets us to the next question, if you ask me, did Tampa in a sense give us a blueprint of how to beat Patrick Mahomes?
Most definitely.
Yep.
Most definitely, to be honest.
And especially if you're the Chargers and you playing them twice a year, and it's potentially 3 times a year.
And especially if we're in a league where it's just like really mostly pass heavy. If you're gonna run cover, and usually when I say pass heavy, you're running a lot of fucking man.
Yeah.
Now every time you see you run against Mahomes,
Cover 2
for the
cover
most
2
part.
or cover 3.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
And double Tyreek Hill for the most part.
Yeah. Let Kelsey get them numbers. That's great. That's all you're gonna throw it to.
Yep.
And we have an athletic linebacker in Kenneth Murray to try to cover you the whole game.
I think it goes back to even Mahomes is like, well, I was making the argument that you have to adjust. Eric Bieniemy is going to have to learn to run the ball.
Of
so
course.
you have the schemes to throw the ball. Now you got to come up with them power plays, and you got to come up with.
Not to cut you off, it's going to go back to the offensive line inserting them in.
Yeah.
When they fully healthy, because one of them coming off of an ACL injury, the Eric Fisher is coming off of a torn Achilles. Which injury is worse? Of course, it's the Achilles, because you never know when that shit's going to pop back again.
Yeah.
So
speaking of,
but that's what I'm saying. If you're going to draft a tackle in the draft, you got to look at a tackle that is dynamic. So
there's a lot of dynamic.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at Alabama right now.
That's what I'm saying. Not only a pass blocking tackle, but give me a run blocking tackle also.
Oh, I can name you at least like a good 2 or 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Coming out the draft.
Yeah,
you got Leatherwood from Alabama coming out. You got.
I think every year Alabama has one.
Of course. Of course.
It's
either them or USC for sure.
Alabama's just a factory for the NFL.
Of
They're
course.
just pumping that
It's Nick
NFL.
Saban.
I was watching what they feed them on team meals, the linemen. I'm like,
Right.
damn, the fuck they eating mashed potatoes, corn. Like, damn, these fools are fucking.
I mean, it's the South. What you expect? I mean, that's just Southern hospitality, literally.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you get let's say you're a tackle, or, you know, like what 290 from.
You gonna get
California.
You get 300 by the end of the week. The way
you feed, and I'm pretty sure the way they run at you, and especially how humid it is out there in Alabama.
Oh yeah.
While listening to the song "Sweet Home,"
Alabama, literally in their home state. Yeah.
they gonna have.
So if I'm
they gonna
Kansas
do
City,
military runs every time.
Yeah. So if I'm Kansas City in this situation, you gotta find a dynamic tackle,
pretty
which
much.
there is a lot.
Because
So,
Clyde can run the ball.
Of course.
But it's like when you don't use him to run the ball, it's like what good is he? You get me? So it's like, yeah, he can swing on a swing route or out route or whatever. But it's like if
he's
you're
essentially handicapped.
you have to, because look how far deep the safeties were playing in the Super Bowl. You have to force him to come down and eat. You give me those 6-7 yards that you're rushing for. But if you're not rushing the ball and you're always looking over the top, you're not gonna get off the field pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
But now that I've seen, like I said, that the Bucks give us a blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs.
Definitely.
I expect the fucking Ravens to beat them next year, because we play once again. We playing them again, and you guys are.
We are.
Oh, you guys are. Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! They made sure the AFC North was playing.
Oh yeah.
Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
Now.
Because now they can arguably say they're if it goes again like they did this year, it's arguably the best division in the NFL.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Come on, 3 playoff teams with 2 with the same record, one of them the number 3 seed in the playoffs. Yeah, arguably.
Like if you're Pittsburgh and you're going up against Kansas City, it's like, all right, cool. We got something Tampa Bay runs.
Yeah.
We have a front four.
Yeah.
Us and the Ravens. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We got the corners.
By the way, speaking of front four, Ravens, please tag Yannick Ngakoue.
Facts.
Bruh, I don't care where Matt Judon goes, bro. Pass rusher. I mean,
EDC about to be broke.
Outside, bro, I don't care if we're 200 in debt. Bro, I don't care.
Yo, EDC about to be broke, bro.
But he's gonna make it happen.
He's
Though.
gonna make it
I was
happen.
watching because he went to the Senior Bowl. I think that's what it's called. He's like, oh, I saw some rookies, bro. I don't want
No.
no. Look at offensive lineman. I want
Nah.
Deontay Brown, Alabama, bro.
But is he worth the first round pick?
I don't think.
I don't think so. Second round for sure, but
second round, late second
I'm just
round.
saying, if you're like Pittsburgh, the Chargers, and the Ravens, and you're going up against Kansas City, all right, cool. We could run cover 2, no problem. I got Minka Fitzpatrick. We straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I
with
just need my strong safety to cover over the top too, which he's been a liability over the top as well.
Yeah, Bud Dupree.
I don't know if we're gonna sign him next year.
I don't think so.
But at the same time, there's a high possibility that J.J. Watt might come to Pittsburgh.
Anywhere J.J. Watt goes.
Exactly. And right now, it's between the Packers and Steelers. If I'm J.J. Watt, I'm going to the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I don't want to see for my Ravens, bro. I don't want to see no money invested on defense unless it's Yannick. I don't want anybody. I don't want I don't want no money invested. Not even the draft.
Because he was key for y'all beating the Titans.
Big
so
facts.
It's like
him and Calais.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So if y'all
I don't know if you guys watching the.
No, you good.
But I don't know if you guys seen the play where because Titans are known for running a lot of play action.
Oh,
so what they do, Yannick was getting double teamed. He literally power dropped one of them, and the other and the guard got away from him. And if you see, then he tried to get away from Yannick, but Patrick Hughes come over here. So Yannick is not there in sacks, but in pressures,
he's up there.
I saw a fucking difference. I saw a big ass fucking difference
between him and Judon.
Yeah, and he's playing outside linebacker, and he usually plays DN.
Yeah.
At what? 235 pounds?
250.
250? Dude, you don't hear that. I've never heard of a 205 pounds.
6'2", 250 bending like that.
And fucking power driving players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he came from a small college too. He didn't come from a big college.
Of course.
That's why I like watching small colleges play because it like
they play harder.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Because they grind a lot harder.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
Especially in like D2 schools, I love seeing Division II players get drafted because it shows that they had to work their asses twice, maybe 3 times more
for the recognition.
Oh yeah, for the recognition. Hell yeah, because how many NFL scouts do you really see in small colleges? Not too many.
Unless they go see.
And that's the reason why I'm glad Pittsburgh drafted Alex Highsmith out of North Carolina.
And difference is how many NFL scouts do you see at Alabama, Ohio State? What's the one where Trevor Lawrence is at? Clemson. How many do you see?
Oklahoma.
You see Oklahoma.
Everybody.
Even Louisville.
Ohio State.
Dude,
Ohio State. You mentioned Ohio State.
But how many do you see that? You see damn near the whole NFL. But in small colleges, you're lucky if you get any. So
like Brigham Young and shit like that.
Yeah, and then when they're in the draft, and then you see them crying because you know what they had to go through. Yeah, 30 fucking offers is nice and all, but you're going to a good school. Mm-hmm. You get me?
Yeah.
But I just like seeing like I said, and you guys see, I like going for the underdogs for the most part. Mm-hmm. Half the time I'm wrong, but hey, I just love seeing the underdogs.
If I see an Alabama dude available on the chart in the draft, get him. Get him. If you see like somebody like selected like from Alabama or something like that and he's available, I'm selecting him every time.
Oh yeah.
Worst case scenario.
Because Alabama is known for developing players, especially running backs. Mm-hmm. Look, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram.
Well, he went to Alabama to Tennessee. Tennessee's another one of those elite like colleges.
But Derek Henry though, and then what's that one other guy that he was like what 280? I'm like damn. And then you got 200 running back at 250 running like that. Yeah, you're doing.
There's a lot, Derek Henry.
Yeah, you're doing something right.
There's a lot.
And you're doing something when you got your players, your running backs at what 250 pounds running like that. You're doing something right. Yeah. I'm gonna call Alabama for steroids because hell, they're putting something in them corns, bro.
Shit, maybe. I
don't
know.
But whatever they're doing something right though. But. And the thing about, and even Coach G used to say that, for you guys that don't know, we all played ball together. I don't know if we mentioned, I think we did mention it already. Mm-hmm. But even Coach G used to say, like, I want you guys to run when he used to talk shit to get on a running back, like, you guys don't ever see one Alabama running back run backwards. Mm-hmm. You always go forward. They love the fucking contact. Shit, they're going up against that.
But I think that's why, even how you're saying is that's why for me, me being a skill position, I was never used to the juking. Even at practice, you get me? So when you give me the ball on a power play, on a dive play or whatever, you remember TK dancing in the pocket trying to find an open lane.
Hey, shout
Me,
out
I'm
to
just,
TK, bro.
yeah, shout out to TK. But it's like, when you saw how Godfrey ran the ball, right down the middle. When you saw Terrell run the ball, right down the middle. When you saw Kite run the ball, right down the middle.
Godfrey, bro. I had to go up against him in practice a couple times. That shit was not fun. Godfrey, if you watching, my boy, man.
Bro, Godfrey, bro, I'm actually gonna send you this and put a tag on it so you can read it himself.
Nigga, you was the Derek Henry.
Bro, I hate you. I hate you. I remember one time Coach G said, "Hey, bring Trinidad up here to the D line. I want to see it."
Oh yeah, he put you in a coffin.
I'm like, bro, what, Coach? What is this?
Like, Coach, you really?
But I for some way they didn't touch me, and I see Godfrey running straight through my gut. I'm like,
it's over with.
the whole time stop. I'm like,
You know the shit I used to hate? When Coach G would like talk a little bit and he would walk between the guards and just tap them. That tap meant don't block, which meant open the hole for the linebacker and the running back. He was trying to put you in. He wanted to see if you could hit. So
Up front. Yeah.
up front. So I mean, when he taps the guards and get the fuck out the way, he wanted to see that running back go up against that linebacker.
Because at some point that's gonna happen. Anyway.
Yeah, and then also that's actually somebody good that we can, talk to soon, because man, that guy. If you guys don't know him, man, this guy didn't lift the weight in his life.
Who? Godfrey.
But
as soon as he put on pads,
I don't know. And also another thing, I don't know how frequently he works out, but I've seen him like a year ago. Dude looks the same and still got a 6-pack.
Yeah,
I've been out of working out from weights for years, for a couple, like 3 years.
Bro is not normal, man.
He's not normal, but he's a great, genuine guy, man.
Oh, of course.
Shout out to you,
man.
Shout out to
Godfrey, bro.
Man, we appreciate. If you talk,
He was always like humble too.
Oh,
like,
of course.
He wasn't walking around the school like I'm the top shit, and everybody knew he was the top shit.
Yeah.
But it's like when he would walk around the campus with his basketball and his little gym bag, man.
Man, I used to. I remember when I used to play pickup football with my boy Lewis. Shout out to Lewis, man. Thanks for your service too. And you was in the Army as well, G. I remember saying like, oh, we should have a 3-on-3. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna bring my boy over here, this and that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bring Godfrey. Bro, why? You know why? You know why?
Well, if anybody that don't know Godfrey, he's literally a similar build as Derek Henry. If you think about it, like also 6'2", 6'3", 240, arguably. He can run, and he'll run some motherfuckers over too.
And in basketball too, man.
He played basketball.
And he was just an all around athlete, but I think his specialty was basketball.
Yeah.
I remember.
He still ran 1,000 yards as a running back, even though that was not his main sport. That shows how scary.
He rolled out of bed and ran for 1,000.
Yeah.
But hopefully you're doing good, man. We appreciate you, man. It was nice to see that you actually motivated a lot of us. I remember one time I actually got kicked out the field because I wasn't. As a freshman it happens, and he came in and cheered me up a little bit. I appreciate you for that, man. To this day. And I remember the last time we actually hung out was when we went hiking. It was like 7 a.m. I had to go wake your ass up. But it happens, man.
I never went to those fucking. Remember how Coach
The hills?
The hills. Wake up Saturday morning, y'all go run them hills. I said, look, motherfucker, if you're not going to watch us run, I ain't gonna fucking go.
No, he did pull up a couple times.
No, he pulled up a couple times, not all the time. So I ain't about to take. I ain't about to take a gamble as to which time he was gonna go. I just didn't go to none of them.
Yeah, shout out to Coach G though, because you might have not been the most lovable coach, man, but you did keep us in shape.
Keep us in shape and keep us straight. Well, I remember I got in a fight on game day with my jersey and still got to play that game.
Yeah.
So.
But you damn near ran.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm surprised I wasn't fucking 150 by all that shit that I ran.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was in fucking tire flip debt.
I remember them debts, man. I witnessed it.
Yeah, but we're going to definitely talk about high school today because we got
some little story. We got something new for y'all. We got story time.
We got a little story time.
We're going to close it down with that. And I actually got some good stories. If you know me, oh, man, we just went from 5 to 7 viewers, man. We appreciate y'all.
I just had a homegirl, like, on my thing. Remember how I showed you, like, the little story that I posted on my IG? For those, like, that don't follow my IG, y'all follow my IG. And y'all send me y'all little story time, topics y'all wanted to talk about. So, remember I told you that Georgia wanted to talk about that little topic? I had a homegirl sent 4 topics off top. It's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'll touch them eventually, but it's like, to talk about 4 story times.
Baby girl, we will get to them.
Yeah, we're going to get to them eventually.
Yeah, most definitely.
But
before we continue, though...
any other sports talks?
It says... you guys don't speak about the Bengals. They ain't the best team, but they got a player that is coming off an injury and are a free agency away from being contenders.
I mean, if you're the Bengals, there's nowhere to go but up.
Pretty much.
So I mean, you have.
I mean, what you mean by like?
Unless
but,
you're the Jags, hell.
Well, I mean,
what you mean? You want to go from like 2 wins to like 6 wins? I mean that's up.
But I mean, look at what happened with the Browns. As soon as they got Baker Mayfield, so.
But they went from 6 to 10 to 11-5. So what you mean by like up? Like
No, they're not going to be
up.
They're not going to be contenders. But I'm saying there's baby steps to become contenders. So I mean, Joe Burrow was a great first step. It just it just so happened that he got hurt. You get me? But
it's unfortunate.
If you surround Joe Burrow with some talent, it's like I mean,
and an O line.
And an
O-line.
Once again,
that's what I'm saying. I think little by little, the Bengals can become contenders. Look at Miami. So Miami, you see the Browns. So it's like if you put Joe Burrow in that conversation, I mean, he's capable of making some noise. You just gotta surround him with the right people. Yeah, you gotta get him protected.
It's gonna take him a while too.
Yeah, you gotta get him protected. And you gotta get him some weapons.
Oh shit! I think we're getting shoulders on the line, but it said Raiders.
He said Raiders all day. Yeah, like
he said Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all get rid of Derek Carr.
Y'all beat the Chiefs, bro.
Y'all beat the Chiefs. So
I'm gonna give y'all that.
And they could have beat him that second time.
Yeah, pretty much, but. If fucking Derek Carr wasn't making those audibles, I mean, they were getting good yardage though, but he was wasting too much time.
Way too much time.
But then again, you
think Derek Carr out of there?
Oh, he's out of there.
Yeah.
If they're trying to go for Deshaun Watson, they got. If you think about it, the Raiders have
Henry Ruggs with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That's him, and then he gets.
And you got
Nelson Aguilar.
You got
Darren Waller too.
No, you got that running back. So you have
Josh Jacobs.
That's what I'm saying. You have the running game. You have elite weapons.
And you have a
and
running game, tight end. You have a somewhat number 1 receiver, and you have a slot receiver, and you have an offensive line,
and you got a tight end that can literally play receiver. He was a receiver.
Who?
Darren Waller.
Yeah. He was
at the Ravens first, but
he got one hell of a.
But we let him go though because he had a little drug addiction.
Little.
Motherfucker failed the drug test numerous of times.
If you watch Josh Norman, I know this ain't gonna get to you, man, but if it wasn't Josh Norman, what's the fucking receiver?
Josh Jacobs.
Not Josh Jacobs.
Josh Norman in the corner, dude.
No. The fucking receiver. Oh, Josh Gordon.
Oh yeah.
If you're watching this, bro, there's ways out of it, bro.
Where's he at?
Shit, we don't know.
Where the fuck
he was at Seattle, and then after I don't know.
Oh, like Patriots. Right? He's with the Patriots, but he's just not allowed to play because
once out indefinitely. So it's like after the 5th time hearing that, it's like I don't feel sorry for you at this point.
You're at this point. You just like
you wasted your time.
Like my parents say, and for those who don't speak Spanish, that they will study this malady for the most part.
Yeah, because my thing is like with Darren Waller, he got a hell of a story and comes back, and you're still doing what you're doing. It's like you have potential. You just gotta keep your head on straight. So if they get Deshaun Watson, you can make the argument that they're serious contenders. Mm-hmm. So it's like they're literally a quarterback away from making noise because if Derek Carr never got hurt, I mean,
a quarterback in a defensive way from doing it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you beat Kansas City with that defense, I mean, you can make the argument. You can make the argument you're making the Super Bowl because the playoffs are 1 game out. You get me? So if you're able to beat them once, possibly twice in the regular season, you kind of have a good idea of how you can beat them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So let alone how you make the point. Tampa gave you the outline to how to beat Kansas City.
Well, the blueprint. Well, I see what you meant.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I mean,
if you guys don't watch film on that, hell, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Lex America says Cam reuniting with Ron Rivera.
In Washington, I might see that.
But I know I would stay with Heineke to be honest. If he put up that kind of performance,
I think Cam Newton gonna have to kind of either take a step back or be on the bench for a little bit.
Is that they'll retire?
Because I mean he had his chance with the Patriots. Not necessarily you're not gonna make the playoffs, make the Super Bowl, but you have a chance to display the talent that you still have. When you did what you did, I don't know if anybody's gonna give you a starting job right now.
When you get to the point where you throwing more interceptions, throwing the ball, you throwing more interceptions than you have actual throwing touchdowns.
And his MVP season was known for the running, for the hard hits. So it's like you ain't gonna do that after how many injuries he's had?
Like 4.
That's what I'm
3
saying.
to 4.
Maybe. That's
even when he's built at what 250,
6'5", 250.
I mean, he's a athletic beast.
He's a big guy.
But I mean, sooner or later those hits gonna start to hurt.
Yeah, and that's one thing I like. That's one thing I like about Lamar, that he doesn't take that many hits. He tries
because
to
he's smart. He knows he can't go head up with a linebacker.
No, he could though. He has though. And
fuck no.
But
a linebacker gonna put him in a coffin.
They gonna put his ass
6 feet
under.
But I'm saying y'all was linemen. I was a linebacker. When we were taught that running back takes off, I'm treating you like a running back. I'm putting a helmet. I'm gonna take your helmet. I'm gonna separate your helmet from your body.
You better slide when I'm
So what
around.
do you think these linebackers are trying to do if they get the chance to? What happened with Patrick Mahomes when Ndamukong Suh got him?
Oh,
He put a helmet on his head.
He gave up on the play.
And I'm not surprised he did that because that's Ndamukong Suh. He's known for that.
I mean, yeah, but it's like at the same time, I told my dad, I was like, I know why they're doing that because you see the persona that the Kansas City Chiefs have. They're the flashy Tyreek Hill doing the little twos. So it's like when they get a chance to put a helmet on you and make a point, make a statement. I mean, look what happened in Juju. So once you're that type of player and they get an opportunity to put a helmet on you,
it's over with.
So I mean,
same thing with the.
What do you think is gonna happen to Lamar Jackson if they're able to get a hand on him?
Well, they've seen it though, because against the Bills, you even said he was playing with a target on his.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, the Bills won. But
what's his name?
Terrell
Edmonds was trying to take his head off, which I thought was grimy. But then again, you're the reigning unanimous MVP. You're gonna
well deserved, by the way.
Huh?
Well deserved.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, there's only been 2 players in sports to ever have that.
Yeah.
So
my nigga Steph Curry.
Steph Curry and him.
Yeah, I never liked Steph Curry, but then I gotta give him as far as ball.
Nah, Steph Curry, bro. Once he retires, if he can get to 5 rings, you can make the argument with him and Magic. I will still choose Magic.
I'll still choose
Magic, but you're gonna be in the conversation because it's like the way he revolutionized the game. Who the fuck pulling up from the parking lot routinely?
Hell, you can make an argument for Steph Curry. He's the reason why bigs are shooting now.
Yeah.
He literally changed the game.
Exactly.
I think they put a stat with him when Steph came in the league 09 all the way till now. They were shooting way less threes.
Yeah.
Like percentage, like 5%.
Now everybody's seen that. Everybody's trying to.
Now it's damn near like 37%.
But that's the thing. I think
now you got. But now that that Steph Curry revolutionized the game, you see a lot more centers. Shoot threes like they're fucking.
But that's what I'm
Steph
saying.
Curry.
He made it like same thing with Jordan. Jordan made it cool to dunk the ball. So the flashiest dunk wins the slam dunk.
And guards defending.
Exactly. So with Steph Curry, a lot of people either in high school, in college, or whatever, they're taking pride in getting their free throw percentage up, getting their 3-point percentage up, getting their mid-range game up. So why? Because Steph Curry shoots from anywhere and it's an automatic bucket. So it's like, I think it's cool when you see someone play their game and make it work. So with Lamar Jackson, I would love to see him win a ring in a running offense. It's unheard of because you have to eventually throw the ball.
But if he does it, then we gotta give him his props.
It'll be way more impressive to win your way than to have to adjust.
But you know what? I'm more excited to see Lamar throw for a 400-yard game. Mm-hmm. I'm more excited to see that than
without being behind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'll be the day that you guys will see me in everything. Ravens, poncho, jersey, beanie. But then I got the shades already.
Then we would have to really think of him as an elite quarterback because right now we see him as an athletic quarterback. Run the ball, run down the
Michael Vick 2.0.
Exactly. Yeah, but if you can throw, like I mentioned the point, if you can throw for 3,500 yards in a season and rush for 800, it's like we saw you rush for 1,000, but you got bounced by Tennessee. You get me? So this season when you make the playoffs and you beat Tennessee, and it's like, okay, now let's making progressions, let's take baby steps into making you an elite quarterback throwing the football, then we could possibly contend in the AFC. Yeah. So when you're going up against Kansas City, when you're going up against the Bills, Josh Allen gonna beat you over the top. Again, because you have Stephon Diggs. So unless you're able to do that, you're not gonna run the ball 30, 40 times.
The only reason why not only because he's on my team, but one reason why I praise him so much is because he turned us around literally when he brought the team for his first rookie year. We're 4-5, ended up 5-6. Yeah, we lost in the playoffs. I get it, but he's been there since the start. Mm-hmm. He's been building us up since the start. What's it called?
And he got you guys to where you are.
Yeah, most definitely. He might not be, doing what's supposed to play playoff wise, but the thing is, Mahomes was right behind Alex for the first year maybe.
But that's the thing though.
The team was already built.
Same thing, exactly. My thing is you drop Mahomes into a system that was already built. So Mahomes' talent came straight from Texas Tech. So we already knew what he could do. But he got dropped into a system with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
And on top of that, Texas Tech wasn't really a good team.
And the performance.
But we saw his talent to throw the football.
Oh yeah, I think I saw it in the comments.
But his performance yesterday, his performance in the Super Bowl, he even sees the man. He's like, oh shit, I haven't seen this in a while. I haven't been beaten this bad in a while.
He said that he can't remember the last time he got blown out, so that he has to go back to high school to remember how bad he got blown out. Because keep in mind, his last 27 starts, he's won 25 games.
Yeah.
So that's a hell of a lot of games to win and to only lose 2 times. And both times he lost was to Tom Brady. So one in the AFC Championship game, one in the Super Bowl. So it's like with Lamar, I mean, it's good for Lamar because we don't have Super Bowl expectations every year. So he's able to kind of develop his game as he goes, because once you get to that Mahomes level, Mahomes is going to get criticized in a whole different level than Lamar Jackson's going to get criticized. You get me? Because with Mahomes, you have no excuses if you have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. So you have to figure it out with those weapons.
That's why I'm going to say it again. Until Lamar has a number one receiver, I'm not even going to say a great O-line, because I don't think we've ever had a great O-line besides the time that when Jonathan Hopkins was fucking playing with us. But
well, he has to sit in the pocket for that.
I don't know. That 2012, 2013 line was.
Oh yeah, that one.
I was about to say, because last time I checked, Ray Rice did run for a down, easy down, and Joe Flacco was doing his taxes in the pocket. Especially in the Super Bowl. It's not even a debate. So
actually, that's another question I wanted to ask you. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Ravens history and whatever.
Not really.
Do you guys think that? For what Lamar has done right now, do you think he's going to be the best quarterback to ever play for the Ravens?
If he wins the Super Bowl.
If he wins the Super Bowl.
Because keep in mind,
Is he the most talented you guys have?
Yeah,
Of
course.
He's already the most talented.
Most
but Flacco won you a ring.
Oh yeah, Joe Flacco won us a ring, and he well deserved.
Didn't he win the MVP?
Super Bowl MVP? Hell yeah. So
Just saying.
But
until Lamar does that, and this is no disrespect to Lamar, if he does that.
Unfortunately,
he has a long career to go.
Unfortunately,
he has time.
And unfortunately, I think that Super Bowls really don't matter to me because it's a team thing. But unfortunately,
that's championships count though.
That's just the way the game is.
Why was Joe Montana recognized as one of the greats?
Yeah, but
because he has 4 rings.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing though. What's it called?
Why do we think that Tom Brady is the GOAT?
Oh,
not because he's the greatest talent, but it's because of them 7 goddamn Super Bowls.
But then again, that's just how the league is, man. We're gonna have to stick with it.
I mean, you can make the argument for basketball. You don't necessarily look at rings because you have MVPs, Defensive Player of the Years, you have first team All NBA, like first team All Defense. So there's other stats that you could throw in, but for football, it's literally MVPs and Super Bowl rings. So it's like you make a Pro Bowl, that doesn't count as much as a first team All NBA. So
I know he's making fun of us, but he said Ravens. Sally from Dudley said Ravens AFC North chance 2021. Like, yeah, you're damn right. Look, man. All I'm gonna say is fuck Pittsburgh. I know, I'm gonna just say that.
I'm in the NFC, so fuck both of y'all. Which we're not making the playoffs next year either.
Yeah, hell no.
Because if Washington still keeps making progress, bro, we ain't beating Washington anytime soon with our offense.
Yeah, but come on, I can't really take you serious, Sally. You know why? Because you said that you guys did better than us, in the playoffs. Well, it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but you guys got eliminated by the Browns first round. And that I can't remember.
At least we scored a touchdown.
but still, we got to the second round. What the fuck
true,
but I'm talking about that better though. I mean, performance-wise, maybe. But come on, when you
only scored 1 touchdown in a playoff game, 2 playoff games.
Yeah,
I hate to be.
Regardless, though.
I'm just saying.
Regardless,
yes, you guys made it farther.
Okay, but you guys, what? Big Ben threw for 502 yards and 4 picks.
True, but he threw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, 4 picks.
Oh, Lamar didn't throw for a touchdown. This thing.
When the help is not there, shit, what can we do?
We both have shit offensive coordinators. Can we both admit that?
Yeah, but what can we do, man?
I'm just saying. I
Tomlin
hate to
over
be the
John
bear.
Harbaugh.
Huh?
Mike Tomlin over John Harbaugh.
Oh yeah.
Even that's a question mark right now.
Yeah, it's a question mark, but
Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. According to
I think we
even with the
one.
third string back.
I think we only had one.
Like 1 or 2 tops 2.
Yeah,
tops 2.
But John Harbaugh's still up there for winning for top 3 coach.
Oh yeah. It's not a debate.
He got so many wins though. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Nah.
Hell no.
He's almost in a similar situation as Tomlin right now. It's like that ain't going nowhere.
No. But,
Any other sports questions?
only thing I don't like about John Harbaugh though, he's a special teams coach.
Yeah.
But then he's doing a great team. I mean,
he's doing a damn good job.
That Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh connection is just elite.
Just shout out to Ozzie Newsome too.
Oh yeah.
Just get him another.
Ozzie, thank you, man. You got us Lamar Jackson. EDC, you're doing your job, man. But I expect to see a lot more coming this year.
Yeah, that part.
If I see fucking any defensive players getting drafted, if it's not a pass rusher to replace Matt Judon, there's gonna be some problems, bro. I'm literally.
Y'all niggas dropped the receiver and the defensive player. This is me. I'm like, yo, good luck, nigga.
Man, I'm about to literally go. I'm gonna pay Roger Goodell a visit. And we
Goodell, or you gonna pay EDC a visit?
No, Roger Goodell for allowing you.
Look, like, that's the man you should be mad at the most. But that should be all the sports questions, really.
Pretty much, but unfortunately, there's no more football to talk about, man. It's the end of the.
We got the draft.
The draft, free agency. Oh, free agency is gonna be nice, because that's when I'm gonna see how good EDC is. If you
and that's in the next month too.
If what's it called? If EDC manages to get Allen Robinson, I'm gonna personally get a portrait of EDC and hang it on my wall.
I would love to see the Bills and the Ravens if y'all get Allen Robinson in the playoffs. Bills versus Ravens.
Now it's really no excuse.
Now there's no excuse.
It's no excuse for Lamar.
And you're gonna have, and if we don't trade Orlando Brown and we get Ronnie Stanley back, yeah, I really don't want to. And if he fails with that, I will personally admit myself, Lamar is a liability.
Yeah.
But till then, it's trust all day, baby. Fuck out of here. Lamar
All right,
Jackson,
y'all, so
in the flesh.
So for the most part, that's about it for our
Sports
questions. Now we're gonna jump into like the questions that y'all didn't ask me on my IG. So let's jump in from the top, and it's gonna be, I forgot who the fuck asked this, and it said, why do people switch up in relationships?
Before we continue, man, I appreciate y'all, man. 6 viewers, you know. We appreciate all y'all, man. For real. I know it was 7 like a second ago, man, but hey, for the most part, it's been 6 the whole live, and you know, but keep sharing, man. We need to get this up, man. I promise y'all, we looking at the equipment right now. We already got the mics, but I don't want to say no names. But
Hey. Got too much trivia chip, man. Hey, man. We gonna get that shit together, man.
Yeah, but we making it work, man. We trying to keep you entertained. You feel me? And hopefully soon we'll have a camera so we can start. You know.
We got y'all.
Yeah,
it's gonna work.
Yeah. And then we got some albums coming out too. We're gonna be doing some reviews on those. You know.
True.
Especially with the summertime coming up too.
Yep.
Even though it's like we 3.5, 4 months away, but we should be fine.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But all right, so why do y'all think that people switch up in a relationship? Like, they don't start off all lovey-dovey, and then all of a sudden you just get like, fuck you.
Bored. The connection's not there. Not enough sex. Maybe.
There's a lot to involve with that. I mean, he covered the majority of it.
Pretty much.
Because you can make the argument is like, I mean, when you're chasing somebody and when you have them, it's a total different. I mean, I guess you could say connection because I want her.
It's like you know her tendencies.
Exactly. So like once you have her, it's okay. Now what? Like you didn't thought.
Next? Right.
Like you didn't thought so hard about having her. So now that you have her, it's like fuck. I didn't think this far. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like I think you touched on good points. It's like the connection. I mean.
Sure, he answered the question.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument for sex because I mean, how important do you guys think that sex is in a relationship?
Oh, very. Because if you're not satisfied, I don't see like we got to admit, bro. There's not one innocent soul in this world, bro. No. We all have our necessities as human beings.
As people, yeah.
Like my coach Drumbar has said, shout out to you, Coach Drumbar. I know you've been on the final. You know, feel me? You know, my coach was like, honestly. Look, if it's not just about connection, but if you guys might think of me as the wrong for saying this, but sex is really important in a relationship. If it's not good, she's not going to be good outside.
Well, it's not that it's good; it's about that connection. So maybe you didn't have like great sex with someone else, or maybe the sex with this person is not. Oh my God, it's like that person.
But it's just about connection.
It's that connection. But if both of you guys are satisfied with having sex with each other, it's like when you wake up. Same thing we touched on last episode. When you have that connection with somebody, it's like that's totally different than being attracted to somebody because sooner or later you're not going to be as beautiful as you were when you were 20. And now
beauty fades, man.
Exactly, beauty fades. But when you have that interview and that connection, there's nothing you could do to lose it. So
pretty much.
I mean, so yeah, that connection is
important. If the connection's good, I mean, I'm pretty sure the sex shouldn't really matter at that point.
Yeah.
But if it's not consistent, like because like I said, we're also porn dogs, dude.
Not even that, but it's like for the most part, every relationship gonna have the ups and downs.
Yeah,
but it's like
that comes with the territory.
That comes with the relationship itself. But like going back, if you really think about a person and say, you know what, is this someone that I see myself long term with, or is this just someone that I'm attracted to for the moment? So if you're just attracted to them, it's like once you have sex with that person, it's like, you know what? It's like whatever. But once you are serious with that person, then you're looking further down the line. So it's like, you know what? Is this someone that I'm gonna get along with every day? When it's someone that you get me, I'm not gonna get bored of and stuff like that. So I mean,
Yeah, you just gotta pick the right partner, man. Like I said in the past videos, you know, it's just picking your partner right.
Mhm.
You gotta make sure that not necessarily the sex, because you know anybody can fucking stick it in and out,
Mhm.
or.
But I think
Whatever.
sex, like you have to really like treasure sex itself.
It's more mental than anything, honestly. Now if you're
Yeah, but it's like that
if
can't be
you
your
want
go-to
to
with the person. So
now
like,
if you have your standards of, you know, having too much dip in your damn chip, it's like, oh, I want you know.
I want you to be a freak on front. Hey.
But you got too much dip in your chip, bitch.
Look, dip in your chip.
I didn't say, hey, not like
Yeah.
that, but you know what I mean.
yeah, because I mean,
Same.
like that can't be your go-to. It's like you meet her on the first day, and it's like, you know
Yeah.
what, I want to have sex. Like, nah, like if it's someone that you see yourself long-term with, you got to work your way up to having sex.
You
You get me?
better
Yeah,
be
but
Trey
definitely.
Songz fine in order for that to
I
happen.
swear to God.
Good luck.
Nah,
But like I said, man, just pick your partners right. Make sure the connection is more alive than anything else, honestly.
don't rush into a relationship.
Oh, yeah,
Please.
definitely. And
That's the last thing.
And most importantly, I think so. Take some damn dip of your chip. You know, I know.
Don't walk in with high expectations.
Yeah.
About the jump.
Because trust me, I've
Every
never,
person's different.
yeah, I've never walked with a lot of dip on my chip, and I've had some beautiful girlfriends, man. And if you guys are watching this, you know, I'm not gonna say no names, but you know,
I wouldn't say I had beautiful girlfriends, but I didn't mess with some beautiful ass females.
oh no,
But
I had.
at the same time, it's like when I see myself with a beautiful female, I never saw them as, you know what, this is someone I can marry, because when I was messing around with these beautiful females, I was fucking a teenager. So it's like, what teenager you know thinking about when they're 40 and having a family? You don't
Man.
think about that. Now that I'm a little bit older, it's like, you know what, I don't care if you have a big booty, I don't care if you have green eyes, this is someone that I can see myself with long term.
Definitely.
So like we said, beauty fades. So I mean, you ain't gonna always have that big booty. Somebody's gonna drop like a mixtape, and now all of a sudden it's
Mine is
like,
coming out 2025.
yeah, so it's like,
Well, damn.
I'm still working on it, man.
This motherfucker.
Hey,
Damn. Well, on to the next question. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can't promote my mixtape.
No.
Hey, at least I'm not. Hey, only play
Hey,
tracks
at least you
3
keep
and
it
5.
100 though. I guess.
Hey, only play tracks 3, 5, and 7. The rest is trash.
Get out. Get out.
okay,
This live is done.
Next question. Next question.
What's the next question?
It said, why do women act like they don't do some of the shit that guys be doing?
Because women always want to play the victim.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it
That's
is.
really the only answer.
Like us, I'm not gonna say we don't take blame for it. If you're a real man, you're gonna take blame for your mistakes,
Exactly.
of course.
Yeah.
Even if I don't care how shitty of a person you are, you know, it's gonna hit you. But the thing is, I don't like Champ said. A lot of girls like to play the victim on it. They say, "Oh, we don't do this," but guys,
It's never their fault, but it's
Yeah.
always ours.
Mhm.
Basically.
That's why. No disrespect to anybody who thinks that way, but that's why I don't respect feminists like that.
Females or guys?
Feminists.
The feminist community.
Oh,
The
yeah,
feminist
yeah.
community, because they try to put it like they try to get on like on a lot of things like dark humor. You know that dark humor goes a long way. It goes for anybody. And talking about it could go. I'm not saying I'm not condoning it, because some jokes do go
too far.
too far, but it's dark humor. You just gotta deal
You
with
gotta accept it.
it. You gotta accept it. It's not serious at the end of the day.
If you can't accept
Like
sorry to cut you off. You can't accept dark humor in today's times. Imagine what's gonna happen if the world fucking ends.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, oh, you really about to lose your shit.
Yeah.
So if you can't handle that, I don't know what to tell you.
No,
'Cause
'cause
I've heard worse.
Yeah, because I think it's like,
we
when-
grew up with Family Guy, South Park, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but South Park, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and man, let me tell you,
The pure definition of dark humor. If you can't handle that shit in 2021, good fucking luck.
but, I mean, you can't be sensitive in this generation.
oh yeah, definitely. Oh, dude,
Just saying.
but I think that's like Champ said. I think that's what it is, to be honest. Like we should all. I think even as women and females and males. That's a female, right?
It's people.
Well, as people, we are all the same. We all make mistakes, some bigger than
Yeah,
the
but I
others.
just think some women take advantage because, like, a guy you see as a guy, you know what, we're gonna fuck up, we're gonna do mistakes, But a female thinks, you know what, I have the persona of being innocent, being good, not fucking up. So it's like when they do fuck up, it's like, okay, but let's talk about when you cheated 2 years ago. So we're not gonna act like what I'm doing right now is worse than when you cheated 2 years ago. It's like, no, we ain't even talking about that. We talking about what you did. Like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but at the same time, you gotta check yourself because we can only grow from here. You get me? So
And because at the end of the day, we're not perfect.
Mhm.
We're not perfect. We all have our tendencies, and unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
We are 87 unleaded gas. We regular. It gets us to point A to point B.
Hell, even Adam and Eve, fucking man, I swear.
If we going paperback, I mean, he Adam and Eve.
I'm not religious, man, but I'm just going based off of what I was
Well,
taught.
you went paperback on that one.
But it's just an example, man. But yeah, I'm saying like, don't play the victim. You know, take your fault for
Take
your own actions.
responsibility.
Yeah, take responsibility for your own actions.
If you know you're wrong, of course.
Yeah,
Don't
of course,
admit when you're not wrong.
if you know you're not in the wrong, hell,
Then
for all
don't
I care,
fucking-
fucking
bro.
cause havoc for all I care. But
Yeah.
if you know it's a thing that we all do, you can't you can't you gotta be, how do you say it? Well, anyways, just take in consideration we're all human.
Yeah.
We all can't really blame everybody or just one side for everything, you know. Because I think we've all done it.
Oh, of course.
I'm not gonna say, I haven't done it because you can't tell me one person has been 100% loyal. There has been.
Oh, well, it depends on the relationship.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not specifically cheating, but I'm pretty sure there's been arguments that you've had with.
Oh,
with
I mean,
girlfriends.
yeah, but that doesn't make you unloyal.
But
It just makes you grow as a person.
Down
Like
the
now
road,
you
yeah.
learn to understand like what's right and what's not wrong because maybe what I see right you don't. So now you have to adjust. But anyways, we're gonna jump into mixed relationships. What's your guys' opinion on mixed relationships?
I did the best. I'm sorry, they're the best. I want me some mixed babies, man. I want to mix some champurrado with some brownies, bro. I swear to God.
Translation,
What?
please. Like, nigga, what? Wait, hold on. You gotta explain that.
I like chicken with my champurrado, man. I'm sorry.
What the hell?
He done went from brownies to chicken, my nigga.
The door.
It's my house.
I know, but damn. God,
Nah, man. I'm sorry, man, but I think it's the best thing.
I think we live in a different age, so it's like now.
Now it's really like nobody
now-
really gives a damn.
Yeah, like it's normal now to see a black dude with a white female or a Mexican.
Unless
dude.
you're in the South, then it's like
Yeah, but it's like there's always gonna be the traditional families to say, you know what, you can't date outside your race, so da da da. But at the same time, once she turns 18 or he turns 18, it's their freedom. You get me? So
their life.
yeah, so it's like who's to say like that you have to, same thing we touched on episode 2 or 3, I believe, where it's like I'm not dating for my family, I'm dating for me. If I like you and I see a future with you, damn what my parents think, you get me? So it's like as long as I'm happy and my kids gonna have a great mother and a great father, and it's like what does it matter if you get me, if you're white or
That was
black?
literally my answer. Happiness, baby.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever
So
tickles you-
I don't think
Whatever tickles your.
this
My man.
I didn't say it.
this nigga.
Well, okay.
Whatever
Yeah, but I
tickles
just
the tickle
think
you-
like it's not viewed as a problem no more because I mean I know personally like I know a lot of black people that they have like grandmamas and stuff like that where it's like, hey son, bring me some mixed babies. So in their mind it's like, you know what, I mean for me personally, every woman is beautiful, but it's like you can't take away the fact that when you see a white female walking with blue eyes, it's like she's not attractive, she's not beautiful. So it's like what difference does it make if a white boy hits on her and a black dude hits on her because she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, most
so
better.
it's like nowadays you don't look at, oh my god, you see a black dude with a white female, what the fuck are they doing? Now you see it's normal because everybody has mixed
But you
babies.
still gonna have that like
Yeah,
look like.
but I mean at the same time it's like if you really care what your parents think.
Does the fans know about this shit? Like that would be the question black people ask. Like, does the fans know about this shit? Like,
What?
if they see a black person with a white
Oh.
person, like,
But
damn,
then-
the
but here's
police know about this shit?
my take on it, man.
Live your
Just
best
do it.
life.
Live your best life at the end of the day,
Regardless of who it
and
is.
let's all
Yeah.
unite, man. We all need to be united at some point.
True.
I think like even like touching on what you're talking about, being happy is like I think nowadays even with the George Floyd situation, you saw whites and Mexicans coming together with the blacks. So it's like when you saw the marches on TV and you saw just as many white people as you saw black people. So it's like just having that unity is like that's gonna speak
It's a beautiful
volumes
thing.
for the next generation because I saw a stat. I think it was by 2045 or 2050, the whites are gonna be the minority. because now you see a lot of black people, a lot of Hispanics having babies with white people. So you're not keeping that white bloodline white. Like now it's gonna transition to blacks being because how many mixed people don't we know where they're not full black, they're not full white. Their mom is black or their dad is black, and they have that half white, half
Over
black.
here looking like Steph Curry, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Patrick
pretty
Mahomes.
much.
Look at Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I mean, like my nigga TC is like when you talk to him, he says, "Nigga, I'm barely
Shout out
black."
to TC, man.
Like you see him and he's like, "Nigga, I'm barely black." I'm like basically like skin, like
You're
my
like-
skin barely passes the black.
Where's that damn coffee? You
So-
already finished there.
Yeah, I already finished my iced coffee, but
He was
it's
literally-
like he's
kinda
literally
like that,
this
bro.
color. So it's like you.
I'm gonna stand on this, man. You better make a tag on it because they can see that.
Nah, he cool. He's my brother, but
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
cool,
when
man.
you see him, it's like
Love
they.
playing ball with his ass. Too.
Yeah, it's like with him, that motherfucker could run you over too. So
Yeah, he
when you
has some-
see him, it's like when you compare his complexion with other black people, and it's like you see just how diverse our communities are. Whether it's the black community, whether it's our Hispanic community or our white community, you see how they're experienced. So it's like I don't see it wrong, I don't see it right. It's just whatever makes you happy. If this is a dude that is treating you well, why does anybody care that he's black?
Pretty much.
If this woman is a loyal woman, a good woman,
Give somebody
why
a-
do you care if she's white?
Yeah, give somebody. You gotta give somebody a chance at some point. You know, I'm glad to say that I'm not a part of a racist family, and you know.
I wouldn't say I was raised racist, but it's like I'm just raised Hispanic. So the
One thing
first
is that-
experience that I had with black people was when I started playing football. So
Oh,
it's like
that's right.
before then, it's just like, oh shit, like you stay away from black people, not necessarily because you have a bad impression, but it's just like you stick with your raza and black people stick with black people.
Yeah.
But it's like when you learn to come together, whether it's through sports,
We're
whether it's through
unstoppable.
music, whether it's through class. whether it's
Honestly,
through-
you learn a lot more when you learn about different races anyway. So
Yo, I'm tired of seeing Colonel salad at the cookouts, man. Just straight Colonel salad and beans and rice, and
Shit.
I'm not knocking it.
Shit, I know a lot of black people that love tacos more than they love chicken.
I was about to say.
So I don't know.
Hit a meat.
Yeah.
I want to see barbecue ribs, man. I'm trying to see oxtail. I'm trying to see chitlins.
I don't know about you.
Oh, no.
You on that shit?
yeah.
Literally, don't pun intended. You on that shit now?
Bro, I'm telling you never had tacos de tripa? Shit.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you?
Actually, not bad.
No, I'm a fan, bro. I'm sorry. If you guys know me, man, I'm a fan of exotic foods. You know, I think one thing I
But isn't oxtail Jamaican food?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, Caribbean.
black,
Caribbean, like in a sense.
Yeah,
But it's predominantly black.
oxtails and
Yeah.
rice, red beans and rice and oxtail.
True.
Man, just get to the next question.
Alright, so
I'm getting
would
hungry.
y'all personally date a female that smokes weed?
Look,
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
Look.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of it. You know, just because I like to stay away from it.
What?
What you smoking?
Yes. Well, what?
When does this win?
Shit, a long time.
I
I just don't tell nobody.
I think
Look,
we all smoke.
you
Have
know-
you smoked
Huh?
before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I was about
I
to say,
say, you know what?
I was about to say, ain't no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for the most part, I done sold it, I done smoked it. But it's like for me, it's like I kind of grew out that phase where it's like now you don't see me smoking weed, you don't see me doing drugs.
Yeah.
But it's like when I see,
And I
like,
know my mom's watching this. My mom don't stop watching.
well, I mean, who's like you said, it's like nobody's innocent. We done all done shit.
Oh, yeah,
we're
like I
not,
said.
we're not proud
But
of
at
it.
the same
We're not
time,
proud
like,
about
when
it.
the last time you heard weed killing somebody? Literally.
It don't. But
It's
it's
like-
like
never in the history of nigga have I
No,
seen.
but here's my thing though. I am not a fan of it. But look, as a boxer, you know, I do go through put my body through a lot of pain. Besides me carrying all this weight, but I am I am a consumer of CBD oils, candy, whatever
Okay.
it is. But you know, it's something similar. Actually, I do have some CBD candy. Y'all want some? Shit.
Nah, I'm cool.
But it's pretty. You know, I am all for it. I am all for it. You know, using it for medical reasons, even for consumer.
I mean, I don't criticize anybody that
Oh, no,
uses
no,
it,
no.
but at the same time, it's like when I think about a relationship, it's like, is that gonna be a deal breaker for me? No.
No.
You get me? But at the same time, would I prefer a female that doesn't smoke? I would say yeah. You get me?
Oh, yeah,
Because it's like, at the-
Well, cigarettes for sure.
well, cigarettes for me is like it's about whatever the fuck. But it's like when a female smokes weed, wax, you get me other stuff. Cause like for me, when you smoke a pen, it's like I don't give a fuck. You get me?
Right.
But it's like when you an active smoker and like if I want to take you to a cookout or something, and it's like, oh shit, hold on, I gotta roll up first. And it's like that's a female that I wouldn't personally date, not because there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like you know what, I'm not a smoker, so how are we gonna vibe? You get me?
Yeah.
If you a heavy smoker, more than likely you're gonna want to date someone that's a heavy smoker.
Yeah,
so if you're
sure.
taking
That's-
a cruise to the beach or something, you're gonna want him to roll up, her to roll up. So
Man, fuck that. Roll that weed around me. Fuck it. I'm for it.
Man, and that's another
Shit,
thing.
we
Actually,
we as a collective unit need it anyway.
Yeah,
So you
and
helping
also-
me out. I'm just saying.
Also, that's another thing that you know, because I actually was talking. Well, not necessarily talking, but it was just like on some friend shit. But she was asking me why we didn't kick it, when we gonna kick it.
She was smoking?
Yeah, she's a smoker, a heavy smoker too. And she told me like, oh, I'm
Like
just
cigarettes or weed?
weed, bro.
Okay.
But
I think when I think of smoking, I don't think people that smoke cigarettes.
she really didn't want to hang out with me because I wasn't a
You
heavy
weren't a
smoker.
smoker, yeah.
And besides, I don't like to have Haiti smelling like weed. Any car in particular. So
Facts.
you get me because I have parents. They're not.
Actually, sticky, icky too. So if she's smoking that loud, she gonna penetrate the whole block.
Yeah, he says. Chino Salcedo said, "Y'all looking fine today." Yeah. Looking up, bro. I appreciate you.
But yeah, me personally, it's not a deal breaker, but it's like at the same time, if you smoke, then it's like there's nothing I could do about it. You get me at the same time, but it's gonna come to a point where, like I said, if you're kicking it with somebody and they're smoking, it's like I wouldn't say it's a buzzkill, but it's like they're trying to smoke with you. You get me? They wanna, you get me smoke, and you get me have that
kind of like a
interaction.
connection thing.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't smoke, it's just gonna be awkward. And me
It's a
personally,
deal breaker for
yeah,
them.
so it's like me personally, if you smoke and I'm attracted to you, then I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. But if I am attracted to a female that doesn't smoke, it's like, you know what, we cool.
But
If you smoke that shit,
if
then
I happen
roll
to
that
date
shit.
somebody that smokes, like J. Cole said in the morning, that one line, I quit the shit, but I'm not getting high with you. It's only looking good because I'm looking fine with you. So
All right.
I might just do it one time just to look good with you, baby girl. Just saying.
Now after that, then you
Nah.
gotta look.
After that,
According to the script, nigga, smoke that shit around me. As long as it's not Marlboros and shit like that. I don't fuck with cigarettes.
you know what? I didn't even know you smoked weed, man.
Weed for sure.
Well, you could. I didn't know you fucking consumed it like that.
He an undercover smoker.
Exactly.
He ain't puffing that loud walking on the block. He's smoking that shit in
You
yo.
smoke that shit on special occasions.
Yeah.
Well, which is like watching the Steelers play and getting blown out by the Browns.
Listen, that ain't
I've seen that. He was.
I needed the weed that day. That shit was depressing.
I kind of had a picture too because I called him. His eyes were dead red. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker.
I'm like, nigga, bring as much loud as you can, 'cause I ain't leaving in the next 2 days at least. So we at least answer that question.
All right,
So hey, man, I didn't mean to put your business out like that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
he said he smoked.
I literally said I smoke on occasions.
Occasions.
So, what would you say? What would y'all say is something that you guys missed the most of high school?
Oh man, the events, bro. And
Especially the gym events too.
you know what? Nah, man, I'm gonna take it like this. I'm gonna say it straight up, bro. I miss Friday Night Lights, bro.
Facts. If you're a football player, you know.
Man, watching Coach Les on the sideline, the Narrows, come see me in the Camelback. Just me and this boy wrote. I remember I suited up for varsity my freshman year, bro.
It was like freshman or sophomore, yeah.
Me, I was with him on the sideline, bro. Just watching and I was just watching Coach hey, Champ, look.
Listen, I roast them mid-game, bro.
Look, we were getting blown out by 50. We were like, you know what, bro? Champ, look at Coach Les' shoes, bro. Look at the
Ain't nothing else to
Camelback.
do.
Ain't nothing else to do.
We damn near lost now. So shit. What the hell came
So Friday Night Lights for you? What about you?
Louis Barker said, Coach Neal, man, let me tell you, if I shot,
Fellas.
you know how many fades we shot with that boy, with that man.
Not even that. The fades in that little padded room, the one right there where they used to put the balls in.
Oh man.
The one, right there.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dog. I've never seen a
I remember
coach.
that little Arabic, the point guard. I don't know, he done got his ass whooped.
Oh, there was
Devin.
times. There was times. I know what you're talking about.
And also,
I've never seen a coach confidently, like in both sports, wore a pimp suit in practice or in game. Like,
with
And pull that
matching gaiters.
motherfucker off too.
wore it off and he looked decent. But I'm like, you roastable at the same time.
That little
It's
shiny
like-
ass head.
That shiny head and them shiny gators, it's over with. You getting roasted by default.
Yep.
Ain't nobody safe.
Man, but another person, as we all know, I hate to mention him so much, but
Yeah.
his funeral is actually coming up too. Coach Durazo, man.
Oh yeah.
We had some fun times just messing
Of
around
course.
with him, man. R.I.P. to Coach Durazo, man. We miss you. I know you're watching this right now from YouTube heaven, and
You roasting us at
you
this
mooing
shit.
us at this time, bro. You probably still mooing us, And actually, if you guys don't know Coach Durazo, but if you went to Vista Lago, you know Coach Durazo.
Yeah.
Because even the teachers knew about it.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to. But there was a couple times where, well, not a couple times, all the time, that it'd be our own positions all at one spot. And then as soon as you hear, lineman, come over here.
Shit.
We start running, all you hear is Razo.
They did that shit perfectly.
I'm like, Coach, what the hell? I'm not even that fast. Move, Victor. I'm like, damn, Coach. Man, I can
roast but we roast them back a lot of times
Yeah.
too. So it's like ain't
I remember
nobody was saying.
I remember he power drive you. for talking too much shit. Which
I was a shit talker, but
oh yeah, but
Oh yeah, we
I definitely got my couple jabs in though. I mean, I ain't just gonna let him fucking pin me down. I
hit
ain't
right in
gonna
the fact. Like,
Nigga,
that was funny, yeah.
fuck off me.
But
So Friday Night Lights. What about you, John? What's your
shoot, that me roasting everybody at school. That came with the territory. I was a class clown really my last 2 years.
and also we actually did. I know we were oversized for our at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy was in band, and my sophomore year of football, man, I used to stay after school, because I just didn't like being home. I still don't. But he was carrying his tuba. I'm like, and we seen this boy, oversized dude.
my nigga Goo? Shout out my nigga Goo.
Shout out to Salvador, man. I know we not cool like that no more, man. But I love the times, bro.
Man, he don't care.
Huh?
He don't care.
Yeah, it's true. But anyways. I know you remember this. I know you remember the tuba though. I know you remember the tuba though.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You remember the tuba though. I know that for a fact. I remember just.
You did that shit perfect too. I did that shit perfectly too.
And I remember he got mad too. I was like, man, you can't even play. I'm like,
nigga, I'm playing the note perfectly. Shut your ass up. And I still played it just because I'm spiteful like that. Man, listen, I was roasting underclassmen, principals.
Then Mr. Francis, shout out to you, and he popped out too. Like, oh, he got it too.
He is probably one of the only teachers I didn't roast though.
Huh?
Francis.
Oh, because he had the roast back. He had the roast back.
The white one?
Mm-hmm. Best teacher in Vista Lago, man.
No, I have a couple.
No, if you didn't have him, bro. But I'm telling you, what Vista teacher have you seen on TV for making a difference?
That's right.
What Vista teacher do you see offering a trip to Disneyland? The whole class.
Whole class. You know how expensive Disneyland is too. So it's like,
oh yeah. So for them to take it out of their pocket and then frontline tickets too. They're only taking one class because it takes that one special class to do it. You get me?
Yeah.
But
I think for me, like I think my greatest memory is like playing football for sure, and then just overall is like I saw myself grow from my freshman year to my senior year. So it's like when you go from that I don't give a fuck about school mentality to going to a 3.0 student, 3.5 plus. So it's like, me personally is like my freshman year is like, I fought all throughout my senior year. So it's like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, I was always fighting. But it's like I was always fighting to defend myself. I wasn't looking for no problem. So me personally is like when I learned to fight for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. Because like my freshman year, bro, I'll beat you up just for. Not saying I'm the biggest baddest, but it's like you look at me wrong, and it's like, hey, dude, what's the issue? You get me? So it's like when I kind of get out that mentality, you know what, bro? Like if I keep doing this, I'm gonna end up getting expelled. I'm gonna end up throwing my fucking shit away. So it's like the shit that I had going for myself, it wasn't worth it. So it's like my senior year, my junior year, I kind of settled down and just just enjoying high school. That's why I always tell people that I talk to is like I really enjoyed high school because like. I done did all the dumb shit. I done sold drugs. I done drugs. I done kicked around like with the wrong people. So it's like then when you learn to, you know what, like I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. Really focus on my education.
I was like, damn, you lived the life in high school.
I did. That's why now, as a grown up, is like you don't really see me like doing all the shit that I was in high school because now I got shit to lose. And like how many friends do we know personally that are overdosed? You get me? Too many. So it's like,
Paul, man.
So there's a lot of people. So Paul it's Brown. Like there's a fuckload of people. But it's like when you look at substance abuse, it's a real thing. So it's like my thing is there's always a way to get out of it, which is not saying it's an easy process.
It's not.
But it's like drugs.
But it's a better.
Yeah, but it's like drugs are never the answer. Me, I done got into. Well, I didn't say I got into them because I wasn't never addicted. But it's like you're doing drugs because you're surrounded with the people that do drugs. So it's like when you kind of learn to say, you know what, bro, like. We shouldn't be doing this. Let's go do this instead. Instead of smoking this blunt, let's go play ball. Instead of doing this fucking line of coke, let's go fucking hit the beach or something. You get me? Do something productive. So it's like I kind of had to get out that mentality. So it's like when I learned my junior year, my senior year, it's like you know what? I have a real future. I have somewhere where I can see myself in 5, 10, 20 years. Yeah. I wouldn't see myself doing that if I was stuck. You get me with the people that I was hanging around with before. So I mean that's kind of my little take. So. Just the memories overall, it's too many to mention, but I think just me growing as a person is one that I would kind of talk about.
But, I've seen a suggestion for a story time. It says your fight with Preston.
Damn.
Well, we touching right into that next topic. So because since we all said it that we're gonna start jumping into story times at the end of our videos.
Yeah, most definitely. But I actually got a better story than that, man. If you know me, you know why that fight happened, and that's just the way it is, man. I just found that disrespectful. I found that disrespectful, and it went the way it went. It went the way it did, man. But
I never knew why you fought Prem. I just remember laughing my ass off.
oh, you want me to just tell it real quick?
Just
Well,
get
just
into it.
the reason why.
Shit, get into it. We might as well
Okay.
jump. We're
We
about
got
to.
story time. We
We about to
Yeah.
jump into story time.
Well,
anyways.
actually, I'm gonna cut this one short because I have a better story than that one.
Damn.
So I'm gonna just point out the reason why. Okay, the reason why we fought is because he actually was throwing a birthday party at his house.
Don't tell me you done got not invited and now you want to whoop it.
No.
up.
Hold on.
Okay.
I was one of the first invitees because me and him were like close.
Well, y'all was damn near the same weight.
Got you. Shut your ass. Hey, yeah, but then, hey, shut your ass up.
How
Yo.
the fuck you not going to invite someone that looked like you?
Yeah,
except the
but
Mexican
anyways,
guy?
I
I wasn't invited. I was shorter than them and skinnier than
That
them.
was pettiness at that point.
pretty much. But anyways, so we're getting into the party. We're talking about. I've never been to a party, bro, and I wasn't. But he was my friend. So
I was at all the parties.
Yeah, that's why you.
Let me explain this.
But anyways,
Oh, my fault.
but
I
anyways,
can cut you off.
but anyways,
Let that nigga tell the story.
so then like 2 days before the party, he posted on the page like, oh, 5 likes and I'll uninvite Victor. I'm like, oh, you fucking.
Oh no, we gotta fight.
Like, bro,
Oh,
it's
hands
not
on
even the
sight.
fact that you uninvited me, it's the fact that you my
put
boy.
that, you put that shit public too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you make that shit public, like, oh, you're making a laughing stock out of
Even
it.
if that shit don't hit 5
So
likes.
I seen him, and I seen him the next day.
I hit like just so you uninvite me and then I gotta see you after on Monday.
Bro, and then I seen him the next day, like, bro, why would you do that, bro? You know damn well people already bully me as it is, and you're making me a laughing stock. Like, man, it's my party, I can do whatever I want. I didn't shoot the fake then. And he's like, well, shoot the fake? I ain't tripping. I cool, this gay.
I remember that shit was the funniest shit.
I still got the
That
video
year.
too.
I need you to send me that.
Well, I don't have it saved, but
I have been like I wouldn't say I've been waiting for that video, but I remember seeing that video, and now that you say you have it, oh yeah, I need that.
Well, come here. I want to see your reaction.
just-
Oh, not right now. but
Not right now.
After the
I
video,
remember
of course.
the one that I also saw was the one with you and Kyle. Let me see this shit.
I want to see your reaction on video, bro.
Story time.
just watch this man's.
I give you that. You throwing them thumpers, okay?
Man, just send me the video.
But if I was able to throw hands like I do now, bro.
You was thumping. I'll give you that. Oh,
But you see why I did this though? Because he pulled my beanie down, so I was literally like
he
little
said, "Don't
Joker.
touch the Baltimore."
Huh? No.
he said, don't touch the
I was like, oh shit, you gonna disrespect me and you gonna disrespect the flag? No!
Okay.
You gonna get some, bro.
Well, that's a story time right there.
But anyways, that's one story. I'm gonna let you guys start off with this, with the rest of the stories, man. But
Well, I got a few suggestions. What y'all want to do? Because I'll show y'all.
So I technically gave you my
It
story
said-
time. Technically,
It said story time of when all y'all lost your virginity. It said your first
Yes.
time having a bad date, being catfish, growing up Hispanic or black, going to college is not a good thing because like
we already touched that.
You get me? And then a toxic relationship. So what y'all want to do?
Uh,
I think that virginity one's a good one.
I got a funny one, bro.
Go ahead, man.
Well, you guys go first, man.
All right. Well, I lost my virginity the summer going into my freshman year. So I was technically an 8th grader. So what
Keep
happened?
going.
What happened?
I got a friend.
Lamar Jackson, look
I
at
pulled the Lamar. Damn, keep going, nigga. I'm gonna get off camera. This is some bullshit.
Man.
I can hear the story from here, goddammit. Ah, shit. Keep going. Shit. Damn, I should have ate the bananas. Pause. Ah,
I didn't pull apart Pierce, Lamar Jackson ass, bro.
ah, shit.
Just walk it
Keep
off.
going, nigga.
Walk it off.
God damn it. Keep going, nigga. I can hear the story from here.
Oh, shit.
I'm putting this on the bloopers too. Shit.
No, but I was a 8th grader going into my 9th grade year. We had already been talking because I think she went to Landmark when I was a 6th, 7th grader. So she was already like a year, 2 years older than me. So this man tripping. So
Nigga, my hamstring is tripping. Literally.
Take notes, Lamar Jackson. Take notes.
oh shit.
This is proof that Lamar was shitting during the game. This is proof. Notice how my black ass can't walk, even though y'all can't see. Shit. keep going, nigga.
I can't breathe, bro. I can't breathe.
This man.
But that's yeah.
Just keep going with the story, nigga.
That's
I
how
can
we
hear you.
live too.
Then we lie. I don't give a damn. Shit happens. Literally.
When he walks back, all you hear is, "Here comes Lamar Jackson."
And I got a piss too. Shit.
No, I need to take a piss too.
Damn it, see biscuit.
Yeah, I might be worse to see biscuit at this point.
Yeah, but I think just to wrap it up, yeah, I was 8th grade going into my 9th grade year. Like, we already knew each other, you get me? Because she didn't went to the same middle school. She was, I think, a grade older or 2 grades older. I don't remember. So,
I think I
No
know what you're talking
restroom
about.
available.
huh?
I think I know what you're talking about too.
No, I don't.
No.
So, yeah, so that was it. So I remember she didn't hit me up because I think her mom was a nurse or something. So I remember I was playing with my dad. We were playing, I think, PS3 or Xbox. I don't know what the fuck. So she didn't hit me up talking about, hey, my mom not gonna be home. I was like,
Oh.
I was like,
Oh.
I mean, you know, like when you know, like how J. Cole said it, like, yo, you know,
Green
you about,
light.
like you know you about it, yeah. And it's like for me, it's like,
But
fuck.
my hamstring ain't. Shit.
But it's like for me, it's like, I mean, what do you expect at this point? Because like I ain't done nothing at this point, so it's like you get me, like you trying to process all that stuff. So my dad
I
was like,
want
yo,
your pointers just to see how the stroke right. Huh?
Your restroom available. Shit.
There's a door right there, bro. Open that door right there. And
Okay, say no more.
and just pull out the biscuit, bro.
oh yeah, you should have told me that.
I didn't even know you had a door here. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Oh
But,
yeah, I need that. But
Yeah,
yeah, so she
please.
hit me up talking about like, oh my mama not gonna be home, da da da. So I was like, oh shit. So I told my dad, I was like, yo, I'm gonna just kick with someone. He's like, people gonna be at the house? I was like, yeah, my parents gonna be there, da da da. So we done went, and it was just me, her. I think her sister was watching a movie in the living room. So we done went to the room. We done just, you get me? We done just did our little thing. So first of all, I was nervous as fuck for one. So it's like, you know, like when you just like fuck, like I never been here before, so it's like how the fuck. But I mean, she knew what she was doing, so it's like she done basically did the majority of the part. She done warmed it up with the lap dance. So it's like she started, you get me, doing that, and then she done come out in some like little spandex booty shorts. So
That's over.
yeah, it's over. So after that, I was like, oh yeah, you know what you're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, you work your way, baby girl, and then you know.
What about you? What was your first time?
You know, believe it or not, bro. It was I lost my virginity. What? The age of what? 19? When I first got my car.
Oh, you a late bloomer.
Yeah. When I got my when
You
I
lost it in the car?
Yeah. Actually, in the Honda, bro.
Front seat or back seat?
Oh, half three backseat, bro. My big
Oh, right,
ass.
you big, yeah.
My big ass, bro. But yeah, it was this one girl, man. I actually, she actually, yeah, I was actually. There was actually a couple weeks after I got my license. So
That was your little present?
pretty much,
That was
yeah.
a little...
Pretty
little
much. It
license
was like,
present?
oh, so when we gonna take a ride? I'm like,
We take this ride, you know,
Shit.
you know where I'm driving to.
yeah, most definitely. Because the first thing when I got my car, the first thing I did was get my window tinted. That was the first thing I did.
Any car without window tint, I feel like, you know, like them fishes in a fish tank, where like everybody can kind of just see through. Yeah, me, I need double
Yeah,
limo
you know,
every
I
car I
need
drive.
double limo, man. But yeah, she was like, but she did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did try to flex on her and say like, I'm not a virgin. Shit, I've done this before.
I think we all did, because it's just...
But then again, and then when it came down to it, I was like, you know what, man? Fuck them. Fuck that shit.
And I'm back. Shit. All right, I'm straight.
But yeah, she told me, hey, so you got your car? We're here now. What's good? I'm like, what do you mean what's good? I'm like, well, I kind of want some head. I'm like, hey, you gonna rate me in my new car, bitch? Oh, God. You gonna rate me in my new car? You gonna rate me? I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, we can get to it, I guess.
Oh, no, nigga.
And she's like, wait, did you lie to me? Like, no, she hit me with like, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, are you a virgin or are you not? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm a virgin. I've never done anything. Well, I've done a couple things, but she's like, okay.
At least you got the 100.
Well, she said, well, I'll guide you through it. I'm like, all right, whatever. So the best thing I could think of, you know, eating, you know, having oral sex, you know, was probably just licking a cone of ice cream. To be honest, that's the best thing I could imagine. You know, I just started doing that, and you know, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest, but she did finish on my chin. So, you know, I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not? And after that, you know, she was like, all right, so what do you want? And I'm like, surprise me, I guess. And that's when she just, you know, like, all right, lay back. I'm like, shit, all right. I'll just lay back, bro. I put a leg front. I'm like, all right, cool. And just let it roll from there. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. This is life, bro.
Yours was a BBW.
Oh no, she was a skinny bitch.
Oh man, mine was a BBW, nigga. That's a struggle. Nigga,
Two big motherfuckers.
two big motherfuckers going at it, nigga. This is a struggle off rip.
Yeah, it's ass and titty sweat all in that damn car, bro.
No, mine was going to bed. Fuck that.
Yeah, but
Ain't no. Alright, cool.
But it was, you know, it was a good experience. I haven't talked to her since then. I haven't talked to her since, what, last year maybe?
Oh, so you still talk to the person?
Oh, yeah. Well, kind of. I haven't talked to her in a year.
Yeah, I don't.
I haven't talked to her in a year. But
Wait, so the first time you had sex was the first time you got over? Because me, I don't.
that's the first time. No, actually, no, I did. No, actually, no, that's the first time I gave oral. I gave oral.
My first time was literally like freshman year of college, basically. Nigga, smashing a BBW. I mean, it was dope, but it was like, nigga, it was like a football adjustment. Why they getting two big motherfuckers in the same bed?
Yeah, my first
bed? I was in the car, bro. I was in the car.
I was on
Crazy. I couldn't do that.
Well, shit, you gotta think about it. I was like, what, 80 pounds lighter than I was right now?
Yeah.
So,
Nah, cause for me, it's like the first time that I got hit or gave it wasn't my first time. Cause I was just like, oh shit, I didn't have sex. So
Yeah.
I was just so worried about having sex that I didn't even give a fuck.
well, the first time I got hit, bro, you know, I'm gonna just keep it like that. I'm already ticklish as it is, and I know it's too much information, but I'm not circumcised. So when she pulled my shit back, I'm like, ooh, bitch, what the fuck you doing?
Hey.
Don't do that, bitch.
Yeah, you ain't got to, nope. Nah, but for me, the first time I did, like, have sex, I was just like, okay, I didn't have sex, now I'm going home. Like,
I was like, damn, bro, what am I gonna tell my parents? I'm not pure no more.
Fuck that. It was already over with mid-stroke. I was like, it's over with.
Yeah, but hey, shut
Your
up.
son is a slight hoe. Hey, man.
I actually
you ask my mama will tell you I'm a hoe. Like, she'll be like, hey, like, when you leaving at 11 o'clock at night, not coming home till like 4 in the morning, you're like, mama know what the fuck you're doing. So
Like my man.
Yeah, so like my mom for the most part, when she started kind of figuring out that I was active, she just told me, hey, just don't be stupid. You get me? Don't end up with no babies young. Just wrap that shit up. You get me? Just know what the fuck you're doing. So
you know, what actually made my first experience like bad? That
You raw dog?
I raw dog and I didn't pull up, and I didn't pull up.
I raw dog too.
But then
Hey!
no, but she was on birth control though.
Oh, okay. Woo!
No,
I
she was on
still-
birth control.
Mine too.
Well, but she was in the
still-
implant. She didn't show me the thing, and I was like,
nah, you say you on birth
she-
control? I don't.
well, she had the little implant, and I felt it too. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll take your word for it.
But
But
I won't.
those were the scariest.
Bulletproof condom? I'm still pulling up.
Hey, those were the.
That means your pussy is
Bro,
elite.
Those were the scariest 9 months of my life. I was like, okay,
This nigga
what is
tripping.
it? Like, bro, I was so.
Nigga, I took one for the team. Nigga, I'm raw dogging this. Nigga, what's the point? Nigga, condoms, that's just plastic at this point.
Yeah.
What is the point? I'm just saying, if I'm going to fuck, nigga, you might as well just raw dog. What's the worst that can happen? Yay, I got a son. Yay.
Well, you're 25, and to keep for the record, I don't like fucking.
And mind you, I was 18 at the time when this happened. So it's like,
Now I'm 13, I believe.
Jesus Christ.
So, I think I was 12 and a half.
I waited until I was like 18. I'm getting some legal pussy. Fuck that.
Nigga, 12 and a half, you can't risk nothing at 12 and a half.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I kind of had to. You already gave yours first story, champ?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nah, because, I mean, I think, like, overall, when you kind of have sex, it's just like, damn, I didn't have sex now. So, it's like, I wouldn't consider myself an experienced fucker. You get me?
Oh,
But
yeah, sure.
at the
I
same
ain't
time,
no porn star.
at the
if
same
you're
time,
my age.
yeah, but it's like at the same time when you kind of like fuck early and it's like you kind of get the fucking on. It's like you already kind of know about how to go about it. So it's like the day I get a girl pregnant is because I intended to get her pregnant. You
Pretty
get me?
much, yeah.
So
if you're out here,
I mean, if y'all here raw
I'm
dog,
gonna throw some
I only
shade.
raw dog like a couple females though, because it's like there's only
Yeah.
like certain females that I trust that is like, you know what, if I do end up getting pregnant accidentally on purpose, it's like I don't mind having you as a baby mom. You get me? So it's like thankfully I ain't got a kid yet, but it's like I mean, hey.
Yeah, but for the most part though, I mean, I know. Speaking on protection, I'm gonna throw some shit out here, and I know you'll probably know who it is. But if you're fucking 27 and don't know how to use protection, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but you're 25.
I'm 25. Bro.
But 27, you know. But that's
That's true. Like I pick and choose when I use protection.
oh yeah, most definitely. You know who to use it on.
You know your girl is.
But you
on birth
still use
control.
protection though.
Yeah.
Still be protected though.
Just
Don't
in
be
case,
stupid.
but
don't
Not
be
unless
stupid.
it's like in the moment, so. Like if you're going somewhere and it's like you just so happen, hey, fuck it real quick.
Long
If
she
you're
got
about to
plan-
go and it's
long
oh,
she
shit.
got plan B.
Well,
you straight.
shit. Sometimes you just gotta. He gave me challenges like.
Try to feed it through it.
Nah, you
and
just
her
gotta
food.
bless
Get
the
her
pussy
food.
right before you, like right before you hit it, and then you just bless the pussy right before you hit it, and then it's like, okay.
Man,
cool.
I ain't the only one that did that. I was like, nigga, we risking it for both of us. Fuck it. Fuck it. What happens. It's over with.
Yeah, because like for the most part, it feels like in the moment thing is like you're not about to say, oh, you know what? Let me go back in the house and let me get it. Like, nah, you just hey.
It's here because once I go in there, my dick's gonna get wiggled. Bro. I'm like, hey,
It's over with.
I'm gonna have a wet noodle after that, bro.
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, for the most part, that was our experience of our first time. So
Yeah,
if y'all
man.
want to know, keep like you give me just keep sending us recommendations of what
Yeah, we
stories y'all wanted
appreciate
to
y'all,
tell.
man, yeah.
Because we didn't have a lot. You give me like, I mean, I don't know if y'all have like crazy ass game, but it's like if you want our first time smoking, our first time fighting, our first time, you give me like just keep sending them. So I mean, for the most part, my nigga JoJo done sent a good one talking about like you give me your first
Shout out
time.
to you, JoJo,
Yeah,
man.
shout out JoJo. So
And thank you for calling the suicide hotline for Packer fans. Feel me?
no, because he sent a good question. I just like forgot to fucking like remember it.
But-
So next time I'm just screenshot it because he had a good one. But
we appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, we
For real,
definitely
man. For the most,
appreciate
man,
it, so.
it started going down now, man. For the ones that
yeah, because we about to wrap it
no,
up.
no, but I'm saying for the most part, it was 7 viewers the whole night, man. You know,
man,
we
shout out to
appreciate-
y'all, man.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man.
So-
You know, slow start, not even slow start, man. Actually blowing up pretty good. And I'm telling y'all, once, like I said before, once we get more equipment, man, we're gonna have to bring more.
And we need you guys to keep sharing because we want this thing to like
Mhm.
do
pop
really
up,
good.
man.
And we're already doing good as is.
Yeah,
We're just
no,
trying to
yeah.
get better. That's all we're trying to do.
Definitely, man.
So,
But other than that, we
for the
appreciate
most
y'all.
part,
You.
that's about a wrap as far as the topics that we had for today. So, I mean, yeah,
We
I
appreciate
feel like that
you,
was
man.
another good couple topics that we didn't have covered
Of
today.
course,
So,
most definitely.
y'all keep sending us shit that you want us to talk about. So I'm gonna just let
keep
y'all
letting
do
us
it.
know, man. But
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe. I'm telling y'all, just keep sharing it, man. It's going to get better from here because the only way from here is up.
Mhm.
So,
And we can only get more comfortable with the people that are engaged and stuff.
of
course.
definitely, man.
but now since we did that, man, we about to wrap it up. We love y'all. Y'all have a safe one and stay safe out here in these streets.
Yeah,
man.
we go see y'all Wednesday.
Wednesday for
Wednesday.
sure.
Yep.
Hopefully this time a little earlier.
A
But
little early, yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta excuse us because we didn't have to get a coffee, so that's why we were a little bit late today. Cause I mean, if not,
Yeah.
we'd be asleep.
and it was my time to buy dinner, so yeah, I was a little late on that. But
But
Other than that, man, we
yeah,
about to wrap
we
it up. We
respect
love
y'all. Y'all have
y'all.
a good night.
keep it
and
up.
Thanks for the engagement.
Yeah,
And we out.
And we out for some more content, man.